hate puppies. It's a good podcast.
I feel threatened.
I don't feel threatened tonight. I feel perfectly fine. You know why? Because people aren't looking at me like I'm a creep.
Yeah, you
And
look
that-
way less threatening.
That is a good feeling to not be a creep. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Inside the Pallet House. I hope you all are having a good week. Hope things are looking good as you trend towards the holiday season, because we are now in it.
Yeah, I need to do some shopping.
Oh my God, I haven't done any.
I don't have to buy a lot. I just have to buy for my wife, and I still wait till the last minute, and I still don't know what to get her.
And the funny thing is, my wife emails me everything she wants.
You
So
still mess it
I
up?
shouldn't be able to screw this up. And I'm like, challenge accepted. I'll
Hold
show
my
you.
beer.
That's right. Allow me to wait till the 23rd. And they go, what do you mean Prime won't get it here on time?
What a
just
piece
happened?
of shit.
This I'm spending all this money for nothing. Nothing. They haven't done shit for me all year.
Is it just you and me tonight? Are we doing a two-man weave? Old
Actually,
school?
there is one more man in the house. I haven't had a chance to welcome him, but I'm excited he's here. What's going on? We got Terrence from Penny Lane Pub. How are you, buddy?
No, good to see you, clean
Oh,
shaven gentleman
boy.
here. Sorry, I'm used to swooping in like an hour from now.
Yeah.
So this is
No, I see what you're doing. You're gonna play this role of Stu. You stuttered on the out the
Dun,
gate.
dun,
He said,
but huda. But I'm happy to actually be here in the beginning. Getting here 3 hours beforehand to do all the prep and get
Yeah.
everything organized and all the effort and time. You guys
Don't
put
break
into
the
this.
fourth wall. I
Sorry.
mean, yeah, we do
I wanna
hours
be
of
inside.
prep. Yeah.
I'm going inside.
Yeah,
the pallet
double
house.
inside.
You're officially inside the Pallet House. Feels good, doesn't
It does feel good. It does feel good. Thanks for having me, guys.
Absolutely, man. Glad to have you here. I bet you're excited to know that you don't have to clean this bar when you're done too. This is my problem. In fact, last night I was standing out here after a long day of Sunday, and I'm going to give a shout out to the original, to Pat. Pat brought
Yeah.
hella good food yesterday.
did.
He actually knocked it out of the park. Well done, Pat. And I was out here late night doing my best. I made myself a meatball sandwich followed by a chicken parm sandwich, and then I ate an entire bag of Clancy's potato chips.
Nice.
Which, if you don't know what Clancy's potato chips are, because I didn't, they're the Aldi brand potato chips.
Yeah.
Man, they were so tasty. I sat out here, ate a whole bag, and was like, I left like when it started getting down to like the crummy part.
Yeah.
And I was like, what kind of a fat slob would eat an entire bag?
Then you tipped it up into your face.
I actually threw it out when I came out here today. I was like,
Smart.
don't do it. Because there was one point where I turned around and I'd forgotten it was even there. And then like I saw it and my hand just went in. I was like, what are you doing, dumbass? It's like 10 o'clock at night. You've just finished off a bag of chips and now you're going in for the leavings.
Yeah, Pat had some good food. He had chicken and waffles, and then he had meatball. Like he brought meatballs and cheeses and rolls. You could do chicken parm.
He
You
didn't
could
just
do
have chicken.
meatball. Yeah, he had Chick-fil-A chicken on Sunday.
Which should be
What?
a sin.
Yeah.
But it was done
Ugh,
brilliantly.
That's why it tasted so good.
I was so close to coming by to visit. I had all the kids. I just went over to Mom and Dad's house and helped with tree decorating.
Yeah.
And was driving back up and going, they're like, all right, let's just head home. And I was like, well, hold on. We might stop by Brendan's house and see what's going on. They're like, no, you're going to spend an hour there. And I was like, yes, you know me well.
Yeah, that's exactly the plan.
And they talked me out of it.
He said, fine. Then I won't be home tomorrow night.
Yes.
Your family has gotten in on the food this season. They're out here more often. Like
The
they're
food day
wising
has
up.
helped.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have finally figured it out that there are sweets and chicken and all
Yeah.
kinds of crap out here. And now the girls get back from their lessons on Sunday mornings and they roll out here and start grubbing. So now they really look forward to it. And the fact that the wife is doing it, that's like the godsend.
Yeah.
Because now she's like, every day, whose day is it?
Yeah.
What are they bringing? Like,
Yeah.
she gets excited, which is nice because she doesn't really get excited about shit that I'm into.
Because then you get some of the guilt taken off you.
Exactly. Like, I'm providing.
Yes.
I did miss a Christmas party. Like, they went to a Christmas party.
Yesterday?
At a friend's house.
That's weird.
So they went over there.
Must have been lame.
Dude, these people
Sunday
do it.
afternoon.
These people do it up. They have a Santa Claus come. They do the whole night. And yesterday was the first time my daughters were like, that's not the real Santa. I'm not going to sit on his lap. So it was the first time that they'd made the connection that there's
Multiple.
But they
There's-
still think there's a real one.
Yeah, this may be the final year.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's where I am.
I'm seeing the cracks.
How about you, Terrence? Because your kids are about my kids' age,
Yeah.
actually a few years older. So your oldest girl and oldest son, I'm assuming, know what's up. Your youngest son might still be in the.
Yeah, last year we had the big talk with the elf on the shelf. Did you guys do?
Yeah.
Did you ever,
Oh yeah,
Oh,
we,
yeah,
we
yeah.
still do that.
so we still
and
we
that
still do
thing
the
moves every night, so
Yeah.
I believe it is magic.
It's
Yeah.
like, wow, what did that
It
happen?
really does.
You never see it move.
I don't. I wake up and go, oh my God. The kids tell me where it is, and I'm
Yep.
shocked every morning. So, I mean, there is something magical. I mean, that elf fucking moves, man.
Half of the mornings we wake up and go, "Did you do it? No. Did you do it? No. All right, stall the kids. I'm running downstairs."
No.
The best is the nights that I do it because it's always like it's on a Bob Marley album or it's always something I'm into. They're like, "Dad, it's wearing a Bears hat." And I'm like, "What?"
That's weird.
Yeah, it always does something I want it to do
Yeah.
when it's my night.
I definitely had a lot more energy years ago.
Yes.
But like the good nights were coming home 2 a.m. from the pub and being like, oh, it's still there. And I'm like, you know, been up for a long time, had a few, and just get something dumb, creative and get goofy. But
So your oldest kids,
we
know
brought
what's
her
up.
in on it last year.
Nice.
She had, you know, she had started to ask all the questions, and we just kind of pulled her aside and made her.
Brought her in.
One of Santa's helpers. It's like,
Yeah.
you need to come into the fold now, and
Yeah.
Which
'cause
is
you got to
the right
help.
move.
You got to help. You got to help your little brothers.
Yeah.
You got to make it. And so now she took ownership. She's like, so she'll come to me now and be like, hey, Charlie, we're gonna have to put Charlie, get him from the chandelier because I asked the boys what they wanted him to do, and next thing you know, we're tying him up
Nice.
chandeliers. We're
That's
doing stuff,
awesome.
or she'll get up even early in the morning. She had a girlfriend over the other night, and I came home and there's Charlie. That's the name of the elf.
Yep.
Out on a big bag of sugar, making snow angels in the middle of the floor, and I'm like, "Well, who did that?" And she's like, "Yeah, we always did that with ours." And I was like, "All right, cool." So the more ideas,
That's
the better.
perfect.
Now my younger son is figuring it out quicker than my older son, and so his teacher reached out to us and was like, "We want to do Elf on the Shelf, but your younger son is going around telling everybody that he's not real."
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he's that kid.
Oh, he's you.
So I pulled him aside.
I've been in his class.
Yeah. And I said, "Dude, what's up? Like, why are you telling people that?" "I don't know." "Do you believe in him?" "Yeah." "Do you want him to come around?" "Yeah." "Then why are you telling people that?" "I don't know." What's wrong with this kid?
My sister had a funny line. Even as her girls got older and older, she was always like, "If you do not believe, you will not
Exactly.
receive."
Yes.
So it didn't matter if you knew everything. You were just like, "We're all in.
yeah.
We're buying it."
Yeah.
Why not, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
16
much more
years
fun.
old, like, oh my God, the
yeah.
elf moved.
This is
Yeah.
great. Well, maybe not the elf part, but
But
everything
the
else.
Santa, yeah.
The elf's a little creepy. Last year, my wife, the kids were gone one day. Like they were at the grandparents' house or something. And so my wife had gone to sleep, and I decided to move the elf. And I set the elf like laid over a beer bottle, and and then I put a cigar in the stupid reindeer's mouth.
Yeah.
And then had the elf with a lighter, like trying to light it, so it looked like she had passed out over a bottle, but was lighting up the cigar. My wife came down and was like, "You're an idiot." I was like, "Cool, those are points." I believe those are points in my world.
Did I move the elf? Answer that question.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Did I set it up?
You're welcome.
Were you surprised? Fucking Christmas
I
spirit.
checked all the boxes.
That's right. That's how I was
That's
looking at it.
awesome.
It's Christmas spirit, man. We almost got a nice Christmas gift last week. This was really fun. So we've been getting notices in the mail that we haven't been paying our water bill,
No.
Huh.
and I've been like,
You should pay that.
that was literally my point, Troy.
Yeah.
Thank you for making my point. So I'm like call my wife. I'm like, "Hey, we're getting notices in the mail that we haven't been paying the water bill. Like, could you pay the water bill?" She's like, "I paid it. Like, if you look back, I paid it." She's like, "What? How much does it say we're overdue?" And I'm like, "Whatever it is, $159." She's like, "Okay. Look, 3 weeks ago, I paid $159.
Yeah.
Why would I just arbitrarily pick that number? And it's the same number they're saying." And I'm like, "I don't know what to tell you, but they're telling us that we're not paying our water bill." So she keeps paying it. Like, again, I'm like, just
Yeah.
pay it again. Like, whatever. I need water.
Yeah.
Comes in handy around here.
So the other day, I got greeted by a Christmas elf from the
Water
public
company.
utilities. And this Christmas elf knocks on my door.
With his big T handle.
Yeah,
Wrench.
exactly. Just cheery as
Yeah.
fuck. And he served me. Like a
Oh,
summon.
damn.
Like he was like,
Cutting your water off.
"Your water's getting cut off tomorrow, sir." And I'm like, "Oh, Merry fucking Christmas." Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you, sir. We've been paying the bill. And he's like, obviously not. I'm like, cool. Good times. So, like, I call my wife up and like, all right, I don't care what you say. Like, we're not paying our bill.
Yeah.
Like, they're cutting off the water tomorrow. Can you please, like,
Reach out.
yeah, see what we
Yeah.
got to do here? I was like, what do I need to do? She's like, no, I've been paying it. I'll pay it again. We just got another one in the mail.
Oh, damn.
And I'm like, what? At least this time it wasn't the Christmas elf of the water
Yeah.
company.
I'm glad I washed my hands before I came over here.
Yeah, you're
I know where
gonna.
the story's going.
So I'm like, well, what the hell is this? It happened again. Well, we called up, and apparently your account number doesn't. Your account number changes when you move. Like that's tied to that address and that account. But they
You've
kept
been moved for 5 years.
5 years. So apparently they've been sending us a bill, and it's got the account number, or we've been paying the account number from the old house, but it's been coming to this address, and we've been paying it because I guess it was like set
Have
up.
you been paying
On your bank?
other people's bill?
Apparently, we've been paying tremendous amounts to these other people.
I
So-
know that family too.
But the thing is, in 5 years they
Yeah.
would have cut it off, right?
Yeah.
So what they do is when you move, they don't update the system, but they recognize, oh, this is coming from this person that they live there now. Like
Yeah.
it shows where it's mailing from.
Yeah,
So
and I guess in their big world, like you could still own that property and be renting it, so the water bill might be on you. I mean, they don't really know.
So apparently they've understood that this is supposed to be for this other house, so they apply it at the end of every month, or I guess the system applies it, but it does not update the system or flag somebody to go, hey, notify these idiots. But it's got a neat trick where it updates quickly at first, and then over time it'll update more slowly, like intentionally, to kind of draw you out, as opposed to just doing the right thing
Instead of fixing the
and
glitch.
just updating the fucking system.
Switch the number.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
tell me that we're wrong. How about you send a note that says, by the way, you're on your old account number.
Yeah.
Change this account number. We understand it's coming from this address, and we got you. So it's been going further and further back that it gets applied to the point that I'm getting greeted by utilities people, and they
So
finally.
do you have a
figured-
huge outstanding balance?
I have a credit currently over $500.
Oh, wow.
Because of the times that I was like, I don't care, you got to pay it again. Pay it
Yeah.
again. So we're like paying it double paid. So now we have a 500 plus
You're
credit.
good for the
That's
year.
nice.
Yeah, which is great because that actually did help the holidays.
Yeah.
But I was I was certain my water was getting cut off. I was like freaking out. I was like, girls, shower. Now they're like, we showered yesterday. I was like, yeah, but you're not showering for 3 days, so you need to shower now because it takes a while to turn this back on. It's a Friday.
Yeah.
Almost exact same thing happened in my new house with the gas.
Really?
Someone called and said, hey, or every bill, it just kept adding the last, amount on there. And I'm like, I paid it. Here's my, and I'm going through my bank statements. I'm like,
Yeah.
there it is, there
Yeah.
it is, there it is, there it is. And finally, a dude came to the door and was like, hey, man, I'm cutting your gas off. And I was like, dude, you
Could
cannot
you not?
do that, right?
Yeah.
It's
Like,
Yeah.
Here's
and
receipts.
He's like, hey, I can't do anything. Look. And I was like, I think I was even on the phone with them at the time. And I'm like, look, I'm on the phone with them. And he luckily didn't, do what he should have done probably and cut it off. But it was something to do with my old house, like how I set my bank account up.
That was what we did.
It was just doing something weird. It was sending it. They were cashing it, but then they were sending the check back. There was definitely a weird thing happening. But I was like, I kept showing them, here's all my receipts. Here's all my receipts. You have the money. Someone has the money. Someone's cashing these checks.
Oh, and the worst
Someone
part
is.
about it
Yeah, that money's going
is
somewhere.
we had conversations with them on multiple occasions to kind of, we were arguing that these bills weren't legit.
Yeah.
So we're having conversations, yet nobody decided to ever go, oh, I know what it is.
They always seem to err in
Yeah.
to their benefit.
It wasn't
right?
until the third or fourth person that we got on the phone, they're like, oh, well, you just have the wrong account number here. I see exactly what's happening. But the 3 people before were just like, yeah, it's my lunch break.
Sucks to suck.
Yeah, sucks to suck. Go screw.
Yeah.
Your kids are going to smell like
Pound
poo.
sand.
Yeah. Well, you won't have to worry about them sitting at the popular table because they smell like dookie. So it was
not to transition all stories into
all Stu.
Penny Lane stories.
Look at Stu over here.
But however, my favorite billing story that you're talking about, my favorite billing story
It's
is this,
falling on
is
you? It looks
paying,
like it's-
paying for the microphone. Yes, sorry.
No, it looks like it just keeps falling down on you. I got to talk to the guy who buys the equipment.
Yeah.
Who is that guy?
He's handsome. That's all I know.
That's all I know. So there's a scam going on somehow, I'm sure with all businesses, but we just
Yeah.
get this phone call all the time at Penny Lane. Someone from Dominion, hey, you owe your bill, we're going to cut you off today. And it's usually like they call it Friday at like 4 o'clock when
Yeah.
happy hour's about to kick in. And it's like, what? Like, no power for the weekend. Like, you know, you start freaking out.
Yeah.
I got that call one time a few years ago and was like, whoa. What are you talking about? And then it kind of, came to me. I was like, hold on. And the way our situation works, without getting into it too much, is like we lease the building. So the landlord pays for all of it and we pay our share to him, and then I finally was like, wait, are you saying the landlord's not paying the bill? Because like, I don't even, and
The bill's to him, not to
in fact,
you.
in fact, why are you even calling me? Like, you're going to shut the power off to the entire building. The guy's like, no, just you. I'm like, that's not possible.
Yeah.
You're going to have to shut it off for
Wait
the
a
whole
minute.
thing. And then it was like, all right, I got this guy, and we were roping him in. And,
Yes.
and I was like, do you want to meet me out front? I can pay you, or like, and then we just went on. And finally I was like, look, just for shits and giggles, man, I just need to know, like, how much is this bill? And he's like, oh, it's, $720. And I just laughed in his face. I'm like, oh my God. Like, if I could pay $700 as an electric bill, because it's like double that, easy.
Yeah.
If not triple on,
I'll sign
other
up
months.
for your service.
Yeah.
No,
Right.
no,
It was
make
like,
it-
I was
make
like,
it
I would love to pay that bill. And I'm literally telling this story, like behind the bar, and just said, and I'm just thinking in my head, I'm like, man, if you just got like the right or quote unquote wrong bartender that just happened to have like the checkbook in front of him and got that phone call and was like, holy crap, let me just save the boss. I'm going to save the day right here. I can pay this bill now. He forgot to pay it. And as I'm telling the story, kind of like that, someone just said, like from a restaurant around the corner, went, we just got a call and I just paid that bill.
Oh.
And I was like, oh no. And it was like, oh, everyone just went, ooh.
Yeah, and you get,
And it's like, I can't
you
believe
get a
that's someone's
couple people-
job, just to call and scam.
Oh yeah, but those are jobs in third world countries. That's a legitimate job. Like those people
Yeah, and
go
they
to
make
work,
bank.
they sit down in a cubicle,
Yeah.
they start making
Cold
calls.
call.
Because if you actually get them to like start talking and like you got them busted,
Yeah.
they don't care. You can't trace them, so
Yeah.
like they'll talk to you.
yeah.
And I was messing with this one guy, and I'm like, how do you live with yourself? And he's like, to be honest, man, it's a job. It's so hard to get a job around here.
Wow.
He's like, I go to work, I pack my lunch, I sit here, I make the calls that they want me to make. I try to get the deal. And I'm like, damn, dude, like that's real. Like they're just trying to get the deal. And when I heard it, I was like, I guess that adds up. Like that's your job. They're like,
It's like for a car warranty, same premise.
yeah, they're
I
like,
mean,
we don't
yeah.
even know that we're really doing bad. Like we're just told.
Yeah, and they don't know you.
And
Call
like,
me.
what
Don't know.
they're from other countries? Or,
Yeah, I mean,
doesn't
this
matter.
guy was from India,
okay.
and he's like, yeah, man, it's a job.
The first time it happened, I noticed that the caller ID actually said the Jefferson.
Oh, they've got ways around it now.
Yeah,
like
And I
they
was
spoof
like, how
'em.
can
You'll
the
get
Jefferson
804
Hotel
numbers,
be
yeah.
doing this? It's crazy.
And if the real Jefferson calls you,
Yeah.
more often than not, it says Tesla charging station.
No.
I'm not kidding. I don't know why I know that, but it's true. When they call you, it says Tesla charging station. I think it's because something about the way when you put a Tesla charging station in your place, there's certain lines that route to it, and it'll come up Tesla charging station, but it's tapping in through some of the lines in your.
I'm
So,
not
like-
joking. I get more scam calls on my cell phone than I do personal phone calls.
That adds
I
up.
mean, I get a few every day, and I mean, I
Well,
text.
all your friends are like right here.
Well, yeah, I don't.
yeah,
I mean,
we're not
this is
calling.
it.
we don't.
Just-
Yeah, we don't call, right? We do the Marco Polo. We text. It's just not a lot. So when my phone rings, I'm like, it's either someone in my immediate family or a scam call.
So the best scam that's going around right now for business, and this one, people have been getting hit at my company. No one has fallen for it yet, but this is a pretty good scam. They spoof the email address of like the president of the company.
Yeah,
All right.
So they spoof the email address, and then they just start hitting emails
that's
within
going around my office too.
within the corporation.
Yep.
And what it'll say is it'll show up, and it'll be like, "Hey, so and so, I'm in a meeting with this client, and I realized that I did not bring the gift cards that
Yep.
we're supposed to give them.
Yeah.
Do me a favor, use your corporate card, get a couple Visa gift cards, and then send me the numbers so I can just give them to them, and then I'll settle up with you later, but it's fine. Just put it on the corporate card." And I was on the phone with one of our sales reps, and she's like, "I just got an email from the boss.
Yeah.
He wants me to do this." And I'm like, "Oh, wait, stop right there." Because I was like, because
Yeah.
I got an email like that. And then I like Googled it
Yeah.
and was like, "Oh shit, this is like a scam that's going around." Because as soon as you buy it with the corporate card, the money's gone.
Yeah.
Then you
Yeah.
get that card and you can spend it pretty quickly. Like you just spend that money and then it's gone. And then it's over.
Yeah.
And so she got one while I was on the phone with her, and she's like, "Why is he emailing me?" She's like,
Yeah.
And she was like, "I got to go. I got to do this. Like I don't want to
Yeah.
let him
Yeah.
down." And I was like, stop right now. Click the little phishing button at the top of your Outlook and report that shit to corporate because they're rolling and they hit me last week.
I got a version of it probably a month ago where I got an email from my big boss like, hey, man, I need you. If you're free today, I'm out in the field, and I get this email. It's like, hey, can you do me a favor? So I immediately reply like, yes, sir. What do you need me to do?
Of course.
Yeah.
And then they're like, it was something along those lines of do this and that. And then I was like, hold on, wait, what? Then I go back through my emails and I see where I missed the, hey, watch out for this email from the big guy. So I'm like, I'm not even responding. Of course, I never heard back. Like, once I stopped responding, there's no more, to the scam. But I was like, I was like your coworker. I was like, damn, the big guy's reaching out. I better jump all over this. Yeah. But what they don't know for me is, like, I don't have a corporate card. So
I don't anymore. They won't let me.
But when that guy
I kept sending money to Nigeria.
when that guy from Nigeria finally gets back to me, then
this
everything
is the
will be
fifth time
fine.
this week.
Could you imagine? So I was on Reddit. They have these like shower thoughts subreddit.
I love that.
They just crack me up seeing all those. And there was a guy the other day, and he was like, how hard must it be for a legitimate Nigerian businessman to raise money?
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, that is so true.
Great.
Yeah.
Like, how do you raise capital if you're a Nigerian businessman? Because as soon as you're like, hi, I'm from I've heard this before.
Yeah.
Get out
His
of here.
parents came here as immigrants, like, brought him up, and he's like, legit has a great business idea, and he's going around to everybody, and nobody's giving him
It's
any
like,
traction.
oh, hell no,
Yeah.
Prince. Yeah. Like, there's nothing worse than being a prince from Nigeria. You can't
want
get
how
shit.
much money from me? I don't think so.
Yeah, go screw. Because that was the first internet scam.
Yeah.
I found your email address. I've got a bank account that I just don't have access to. I
Yeah.
need to transfer the money somewhere. What's your number?
Yeah.
No problem, bro.
Yeah.
I got 2 accounts.
Yeah.
Oh,
My
Set
great
it
great
up.
grandfather was a prince in another land. Yeah, that sounds legit.
Fair enough. So early on, we touched on the fact that we don't have mustaches,
Yes, Terrence was complimenting our clean-shaven looks.
which you look weird.
I do look
Got to be honest. You look a little
Yeah, a lot of people are like,
That's
I
the
don't
first
even
time I've probably seen
recognize
you in-
without.
or in a long time.
Yeah.
truly
with
clean
nothing.
shaven.
Yeah.
You don't see Troy very often like that.
Yeah.
But man,
It's not, especially up here.
it is.
Yeah.
It is nice to not have a mustache.
I don't recognize myself, honestly.
Well, I mean, you always have a beard.
Yeah.
That's why. I mean, you're a totally different dude. The mustache is at least part of your
Yeah.
beard. I'll tell you, I'm glad to have it gone, but I do have to give a shout out to everybody who donated.
Yes.
A lot of people probably want to know how much money we raised this year. It was just over $360,000 for children's charities in
Yes.
Richmond.
That's
So-
awesome.
So you guys did a hell of a job. So thank you to everybody that donated. It absolutely went
Well
to
done,
a great
guys.
cause.
Well
It
done.
was badass. And our team alone,
Almost $20,000.
Almost 20 grand.
I think we went just over 20.
so that alone is the inside the Pallet House crew. And if you listen back to a lot of this stuff, when they started, they were dealing in like $10,000 increments, like for a whole year. Our group alone, 20 grand.
Yeah.
So shout out to all the people who donated and everybody who grew for our team. That was badass. That was a lot of fun.
Well, I'll say it now. Hold my feet to the fire, and I'm in next year, and I'll get some of the
right.
gang I work
You're
with.
you're it. But will you come in under ours? You're going to start the Penny Lane team.
No, I don't want a rivalry here, guys. Just want to.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah,
No,
we'll jump in
Good.
with you. Jump in with you.
I
man.
love it. I respect it.
I'll be the wolf.
You will, because
Yeah.
this son of a bitch, they named the new participation trophy after Troy. It was unbelievable because they said we gotta have an award for the guys that show up and do all this stuff and like aren't on the board, but may as well be with the kind of energy they bring and how much
They
show
haven't done
up.
it yet. We'll see.
But that was pretty cool. I mean,
Yeah.
they did give you
They
an
did give me
award.
an award, and I
So
do
that
appreciate that.
That was kind of badass,
Yeah.
man. That was badass. So I'm always going to bust your balls because it's the participation trophy is
Yes.
named after you,
Yes.
quite officially.
I'll take it.
But you
Nice.
fucking earned it,
Yeah.
bro. Good work.
Thank
that
you.
was
Thank
awesome.
you.
That
Not
was
without
pretty
your help,
cool.
of course.
Well, how'd the whole thing wrap up?
So
Stash Bash,
the Stash
man.
Bash, yeah. Last Friday, we went to the Stash Bash. It was a huge hit. There were tons of people. It was actually too many people. We got a story to tell about that. Me, Brendan, and one of the guys from the Team Wills, we were the Sabotage guys, Beastie Boys. And everyone says we nailed it except Jason. And Jason can go pound sand because I didn't like his...
Jason doesn't know what the fuck he's talking.
Yeah, he said we looked like the fucking dude that Andy Kaufman dressed up as, Tony whatever. I didn't see it.
There's a little bit of that now that you
I didn't see it. Yeah, he has a mustache and he has a bad wig. Well, so did the Sabotage
But the
guys.
Sabotage was
Ed
on point. It was on
Hoffman or
point.
something like that.
Yeah.
Was that the guy's name was? But
Andy
yes.
Kaufman, he did like a character called Tony something.
Yeah, and that dude was
But
no
no
one
one,
had the permed hair and mustache, which we
no
did
one under
have.
50
Yeah.
has a clue about
Yeah.
that.
You're damn right.
People there got us as the Sabotage guys. Like, they pieced it together real
a
quick.
lot of fun.
Yeah.
But the place was crowded, not due to any fault of our own.
No. Well, we brought a ton of people.
Yes.
So we did it at Triple Cross in Fulton, they've hosted us before. Great venue, huge venue. We ran a few minutes.
We're not making any disparaging comments about them.
No,
They did a great job.
They did a great job.
It was the dirty hippie band.
Yeah. So the theme this year was Long Strange Stash Tour. It was a Grateful Dead themed event, and we had a Grateful Dead cover band there. Well, unbeknownst to everybody
You're
in the
a fucking
mustache, yeah, Eli gets it. Unbeknownst to anybody in the mustache group, so the M4K guys, we have it catered, huge spread, rent out the space, pay all the money. Well, the band on their
Good Grateful Dead cover band.
yeah, they were pretty good. I was kind of surprised.
Yeah, good Grateful Dead cover
Because I'm
band.
not a big Grateful Dead fan anyway.
In fact, they had a huge following,
yeah. So
unbeknownst to me.
So on their social media, they put it out, free show, Triple Crossing. So we
smell where
showed
this
up
is going.
Yeah.
30 minutes late, and we opened the double doors, and we just walked into a solid wall of bodies. Like it was you couldn't hardly walk through there. And over the month and over the years, you get to know all the guys, and of course, other people that donate are we would love to have you at the Stash Bash. You're part of the team, even though you're not growing because you're donating. It's a group effort. But you're looking around, it's like half people that literally you've never seen.
The funny thing is that since we had the Long Strange Stash Tour as our theme for the season, we had tie-dye shirts and shit.
Yeah.
So when you walked in and you saw all the tie-dye shirts and all the hippie stuff, it was like, man, they went all out.
Yeah.
Some of these people, like that dude even smells.
Yeah.
Like it's pretty good.
and you're like,
You're a fucking hippie.
and you're like,
I'm gonna keep dropping that.
yeah. And you're like, well, I don't see any. I've never seen these guys over the course of the month, and none of them have really mustache. A lot of them have beards, and a lot of them are in their 60s, and you're like, I wonder if they're friends of
It was funny being dressed up as a cop around all those hippies.
Yeah.
Because if there's one thing a true Grateful Dead following around
The
hippie
man.
who's 60 years
Yep.
old can't stand
Can't stand the man.
is a cop.
Yeah.
And I'm in there with my special police badge on.
Yeah. Full
my
suit.
wig, full suit. Like I looked like a shitty
Handcuffs.
70s detective. Yeah. And they kept being like, officer? And I'm like, yeah.
Don't mind these balloons.
Yeah. And I kept telling them, I was like, don't worry. I'm internal affairs. A lot of these cops you see in here are dirty. And they'd be like, you're not writing my book, man.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, screw those cops, man. I knew something was up.
Yeah.
I was taking a leak, and this hippie walks in next to me. And he's
What
standing
kind
there.
of hippie?
The kind that chats to another man while his penis is out. That right there, that's a sign of a dirty
Yeah,
hippie.
yeah.
As soon as I pull mine out, he's like, you enjoying the show, man? And I'm like, oh, we're just going to talk
Yeah.
like this?
We're
All right.
going to act like our penises are now together?
Yeah.
Okay.
So my dick's 2 feet from yours, but
Yeah.
let's eye
talk.
contact. Let's talk this out. Let's see what's up. He's like, having a good show, man? And I'm like, I am, man. I was like, pretty good. He's like,
and we're not there for the show.
No.
Like the show is the background.
but this is when I start piecing it together because he's like, you having a good show? And that's what you ask when you're at. If I'm at a widespread show and I
Yeah.
do see somebody, I'm like, having a good show.
or even a Pearl Jam or Dave
having a
Matthews or
good
whatever.
show.
Like you're there for the show.
So you bring it up. I mean, it's
Yeah.
the only thing you have in common with this other dude outside of the fact that both of your dongs are out at that moment. So he's like, having a good show? I'm like, I am, man, I am. And I was like, you think they'll play Looks Like Rain? I don't know what else to say. It's my favorite Dead song.
All
I
right.
figured. And he's like, I've got the set list, bro. You want to see? Oh. So now
Wow.
he
You're
pulls
like,
out his
You're
phone.
like, why? Why would you have a set list?
Yeah, why would you have the
Yeah.
set list? And he's like, oh yeah, man, I got all their set lists. He's like, I'm supposed to be at this work function tonight, but as soon as I saw they were having this show and it was free, I was coming in from Virginia Beach.
Blowing that off.
And I was like,
Va
oh,
Beach.
really? So
Yeah.
this dude drove in from Virginia Beach
Wow.
with his old lady, blew off some work thing to come see the free Grateful Dead show. You know?
With a great spread of food.
yeah.
Eating
What a
up our
bonus.
food, yeah.
Yeah, you go over there and there's like hippies
Yeah.
eating pizza and you're like grabbing pizza like, what's up? And so he's like, he pulls out his set list and he's showing it to me on the phone. So now we're there, just two dongs and a phone, staring, and he's like,
he's snapping pics.
yeah, and he's like, yeah. He didn't have a wide angle lens. It was an old phone.
He only got half of it.
Yeah, the good half. So you don't want to see that mop down at the shaft. So, but he's all like, oh man, it doesn't looks like Rain's getting played tonight. And I was like, they never play the Bob Weir stuff. Like I've got him. Like I'm in.
Yeah.
So like I'm able to like start asking him questions and figuring out, and I pieced it together based on what he was saying, that this was a free show and he had come down and he's like, yeah,
he wasn't the only one.
Yeah, and he was like, yeah, I got a lot of buddies down here. Like I've seen people I haven't seen in a while. I was like, oh my God. Like we've been infiltrated.
Yeah.
By these hippies. So, sure enough, they did, and they enjoyed the hell out of the show.
It's free?
They were
and
all
food?
doing the hippie noodle dance
all
over the place. And I was like, I bet when you walked in, you didn't expect to see 150 mustaches. He's like, it is a bit weird. And I was like, well, that's because this is an event for a charity that we do called M4K. So I like explained it to him, which as soon as I stopped,
defense, it's not on him.
No, he saw a post from his favorite cover band.
Cool.
That said, we're doing a free show. And he said,
I'm there.
These guys are the best. I'm going to do that. And of course, as soon as I stopped talking about the Grateful Dead, it all went right over his head. I was like, yeah, we're hosting this party for this. And he's like, cool. It's a lot of mustaches. And like, gone.
I'm back to doing my noodle dance.
Going back out there, I'm gonna noodle around. And the whole time you're in line, it's people dancing and like, oh my God, it's Eyes of the World. Woo!
Yeah.
That'd be great if he like left the bathroom and then circled right back in for the next guy.
Yeah. Hey man,
That
having a
was
good
just his
show.
move, right?
So we did that, and then we caught a ride. Our buddy Lee gave us a ride.
Abacus can
The
drive.
Abacus was there, yeah.
He can count and drive.
Our boy Jay, his
The King
coworker,
from Coming to America, which
came
was
from
brilliant.
as he won best costume for being the king from Coming to America.
Nice.
Literally
Spot
had like the tiger shawl
Yeah.
thing. I was like, where do
Awesome.
you even get that? You know what I mean? Like Coming for America.
So we went up to the
props.com.
Hoff. Most of our team that was there went up to the Hoff, and it got sideways at the Hoff. Like no one really remembers leaving.
Quickly.
No one remembers. A lot of people don't remember if they even went. Most people don't remember leaving, and most people don't remember much of anything at the Hoff. I think it was all those Falcon Smashes literally smashed everybody.
Those beers are way too strong.
Yeah,
Way too strong.
and tastes way too good.
That's the other problem. And when there's that many hippies, you would need to buy two.
Well, I was gonna say so. What happened was because all the extra hippies there, the
You buy
lines were
two.
long. So I was double fisting. I'm like, well, if I gotta wait 20 minutes to get a beer, I'm getting two.
Yeah,
And then
which
you're
is
like-
not a bad idea. It's just when the alcohol content is that high, it's a bad
You're
idea.
getting four,
Yeah.
and then you're like, well, this is getting warm. I gotta get these down quickly.
Especially the first one, you want to get it down so your hands free.
Yeah, because you're
So-
double
Well, or you
fisting.
could bring in your buddy again from the bathroom, and if you got your two beers in the hands, and he
Yeah.
could take care of everything else that you got.
Well, thank God I'd met him. It was Dirty Dave.
Dirty Dave, can you hold this, Dave?
Hey, Dirty Dave. My zipper's a little jammed up. Got a couple Falcon Smash in my hand.
Don't want to put him down.
Yeah, you get it right, bro. I'll let your joint later for you. You just hold my dong.
Yeah,
Joint. You
we're
said
all
joint.
friends.
Well, I don't know. What do they smoke? Grass? I don't know. I don't know what hippies
Your
do.
joint.
You know.
But it was a good time. It was fun, and glad to be a part of raising 360 plus. So I mean,
That's great.
pretty awesome.
And now, the
Now we
listeners
can
don't
move
have
on.
to listen to Mustache Talk for a solid 5 weeks.
Yeah.
Because that's what happens every year about this time. And they're like, it's the holidays. Why do you do this to us? It's because we're doing it to ourselves.
Yes.
And now you're stuck. So in your ear hole is Mustache Talk. And we're moving on.
But what do we do this time every year? The past few years.
The
We
mustache.
No, but after this,
we
have our special.
I'm more excited about this.
Is this puppies for pubes or pubes for puppies or like what's the next thing?
If it's pubes for puppies, I can save a mastiff. I got some. This just mix that mastiff with a Great Dane. That's my pubes. It is a nightmare down
I think
there.
Terrence has been here for one of our holiday drink spectaculars. Have you been here for one of those?
I'm not sure.
We've done a drink contest the past couple of years where me, Ely, and Brendan will each mix our own drink, and we'll have a taste test, and we'll vote and see who wins.
Usually we like to bring listeners in to actually help with the taste
Yeah.
test. Because honestly, it's a bit of a holiday party.
Yes.
And that's really what we do. But we bring in the drinks, and every year, it's tradition, I get shit on. It is...
This is a figuratively, right?
No, it's the holidays.
Okay.
No, quite figuratively, not literally. But
I didn't know what type of party this was.
He hasn't
clearly have
won.
not been to that
He
one.
hasn't won
that's
the drink
Oktoberfest.
challenge.
It's those Germans. So, but every year, I try harder than everybody. I spend more. I put into, and I get panned. Just panned. Last year, I went deep, and I pulled out a Puerto Rican holiday drink, like Colquia.
Yeah.
Coloquia. I can't even remember it now.
My wife saw a commercial for it the other day. Like,
Oh, because I'm always ahead of the
yeah,
curve.
and she was like, "Isn't that what Brendan made last year?" And I was like, "Yeah, I think so." But you came in second last year. You came in third the previous year.
And the third the year before that.
yeah.
I don't.
Have we done it 3 years?
I believe this is our fourth.
Okay,
right?
could be.
Yeah, because I've made mulled cider. I've made eggnog, and I've made Colquia.
Yeah.
This is my fourth year. Mulled cider. Now that went over like a lead balloon. Holy shit! How come people don't like a nice warm winter warmer?
We did an eggnog challenge, or you and Ely both did eggnog, and you bought all the high end stuff, and he bought like the Walmart brand, and crushed you.
Literally pet.
Yeah.
And yours was done with a whole lot of like candy canes and
Yeah.
cinnamon swirls, and yours was fantastic. So Ely crushed. You came in second, and I was panned for spending 3 times as much and trying hard.
So this year we're changing it up.
You're damn right. I literally cannot lose.
Yeah, you can't. We are having 3 of our guests / listeners who've been on before come in and do a challenge. Terrence, you're more than welcome to come in and participate. And
Ooh, if you want to make a drink, you can.
All right.
We will be doing this on the Thursday before Christmas.
the 19th, and the episode will come out Christmas week.
Yeah, it'll come out in between Christmas and New Year's,
Yeah.
I guess. So perfect time for everyone to have their holiday
We're having
drinks.
Lee, James, and Joe on right now. And I know Joe is working on his this weekend. Like, he's going to try out some stuff.
So I can tell you right now, I think that Joe, with his chef background,
Yeah.
is probably going to have like the most complicated drink,
Yeah.
potentially the best. But my money's on Jay. Because that dude
He's coming off a big win.
doesn't do anything half-assed. That's one thing I've learned about him. He goes hard. And I think he's going to bring something spectacular. I mean, the first time I hung out with the guy, he was like, "Oh, you like Eagle Rare?" and went out to his car. He had a bar in his car. I was like, "Respect your mobile bar." I'm a fan of that. Then he gave us a bottle of Malort this year. So obviously he has good liquor connections.
Well, if we know where Lee's going to go, he'll fuck it up, right?
A Malort cocktail?
Oh, actually, so Joe wants to try to figure out how he can get Malort in the drink
Yeah.
and make it tolerable.
Can't
if
be
he does
done.
that, he's automatically lost.
Yeah. Because
You
it's
can't-
not doable.
Yeah, you can't.
Unless you made like a gallon of something and put a shot of Malort in it, to where it's like you're taking it out of the equation. You're a technicality.
No, dude. It'll ruin it.
it.
That's like putting a little piece of poo in the pool. I'm not getting in the pool. You know what I mean? Like there's a little piece of poo floating in the pool. And you're like, parts per million. I'm like, parts per shut the fuck up. I'm not getting
Parts
in the
per
pool.
get me the hell out of
Yeah,
here.
parts per pink eye.
Does it have to be a holiday drink? Is that what you
Yes.
guys? Yeah. So holiday cocktail.
Yeah.
Some
Yes,
kind?
it
All right.
has to be. But holiday is it's a really vague
Yes, it
term.
is.
Yeah.
I mean,
What holiday? Yeah.
you can do whatever you want. Actually, that's even true there. But I mean, typically speaking, we've gone for creamy, we've gone for pepperminty,
Yeah,
we've
sweet.
gone for cinnamon.
But then you have like the mulled cider, so that's a whole different
But
cocktail.
that had cinnamon
Yeah.
and nutmeg. I thought for sure. God, you guys suck. I don't even know why I try. So many weeks I just get my teeth kicked in, hanging out with all you people. I try so hard to do things right, and then it's like everyone's like, "Oh, you know who sucked? Mr. Effort."
Yeah,
I don't know why, and I keep coming back.
you do.
I'm like a puppy, man. It's horrible. Like, hey, I know you just beat me, but you got to be tired
Yeah.
now, right? Like, let's go hang out.
What's it? That's the definition
It's still
of
like
insanity,
attention,
right?
Yeah.
Doing the same thing over, expecting a different result.
Classify me insane. Because I keep thinking I'm going to get a dub, and it never happens. But this year, I will not get a W, but I will certainly not catch an L.
That's right.
And I'm psyched about that.
We will catch it drunk.
Oh, I'm certain of that. I literally, because I have a bunch of vacation time to burn, and I was already going to take off like the week of Christmas and New Year just to kind of, because the kids are off from school.
Yeah.
So like, I got to watch them anyway.
Yeah. I
So
took
I was
off
like-
those entire 2 weeks.
So
because
so
of
did
that.
I. But
Yeah.
then I took off that Friday leading up to it because I was
Me
like,
too.
the holiday drink challenge. If I know me, and I do,
And I do.
because I've been hanging out with me for a long time,
29 years now.
29 years. I know that it's going to be rough.
Yeah. What are we looking at?
I was just looking at Eli Manning throwing touchdowns.
Oh, yeah.
man.
That's what he does.
I love it.
But I'm
Snowing
excited
up there.
because we do need to get more listeners over here because it is a fun party.
Oh, it's a good time.
Yeah.
Well, if it goes late night Thursday, maybe I'll make it.
I have a feeling it'll go late night, but my definition of late night and the definition of someone who owns a bar's version of late night could be two very different
Yes.
things because you call last call at 1:30
Yeah.
and I call people names at 1:30 and then I'm told to go to bed.
Yeah.
So who knows? We'll
Fair
see
enough.
how it goes.
I think I'm actually. Yeah, I'm in D.C. on a field trip with the middle school
Oh, nice.
kids.
So
you'll be
need
back
a
in
drink.
time.
So we're coming back on that Thursday.
Yeah, you'll be back
You'll
in
need
time.
a drink.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Oh,
Yes.
that will be a long day and a half, 2 days.
Well, you don't have to actually, they're over here. You don't have to make a drink. You just have to show up and drink a drink and be a judge. We could go for an extra judge,
No.
because we're gonna have the four of us, because Stu will be here, and then we'll have everyone is gonna be sharing mics that night because it's gonna be a bit of an S show, unfortunately. But that's
And I'm sure the cooks will be judging. You're like,
So you're gonna make it into a show.
it's a show.
Okay, so this
Oh,
is a show.
yeah.
Okay, so I've
it's all part
definitely
of the
not
show.
seen this in years past.
I think you came in late
Okay.
after an
1 year.
episode,
That's what I do.
and we gave you
That's my move.
that checks
That's
out.
my move.
we gave you a couple drinks, and you
It's the only way I could get laid back at school. Show up
show
at
up
the end
late.
of the party. Yeah,
Not bad. So you were the sweat hog.
yeah, that's me.
You were the one who showed up like, I look good now, right?
Right.
Well done. Proud of you. What the fuck are you trying to do? That is literally a welding wrench.
looks like
I
an
know, but it looks
anvil.
like it could open a beer bottle. Where are all the...
There's the one on the end of the bar there. Breaking down the fourth wall, he's opening up a deli. Look at that, right on time too. Troy is like Pavlov's dog. He knew. He was like, we're at 42 minutes.
Well, we're talking about doing 2 tonight, so I didn't want to get too deep.
Yeah, why not? My first meeting's at 8:30.
Well, we got the beer connoisseur here.
Well, then I would
We do.
suggest not doing that one first.
Well, that one's only 5 point something.
But isn't that flavor going to dominate everything?
Too
from that
late.
point forward?
He's already open.
I've already opened it.
It's got to breathe. Oh my God! You people.
Oh, sweet jeez.
What do I... Don't I have to pour it into a cup to make it breathe?
Yes.
Just,
Sorry.
just
It's on life support. No.
Terrence is here. The beer snob extraordinaire. It's unbelievable. Do you deal with these guys, Rogue Brewing?
No, we don't have any.
Don't have them in the bar?
No, I've definitely had Rogue plenty of times, but
Are you a fan of Rogue?
yeah, the Dead Man Ale. Like, is it Dead Man Ale?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
got
that's
Arrogant
it.
Bastard, Dead Guy Ale.
Arrogant
I think-
Bastard is one of my favorites. We've done that before.
Yeah, it's. I like Rogue, but I do think that they are a bit over the top. So I'm a little.
And well, that's kind of the fun part about Arrogant Bastard and some of those beers. Like, I think even a holiday party, every guy that I work with, I just bought a bottle of like a bomber of Arrogant Bastard, just to be like, here.
why not?
what-
This is
yeah.
this is you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's just it was that point I remember drinking like just stouts and like IPAs all the time, and then just had like an Arrogant Bastard. I'm like, holy shit, this is what a good ale tastes like.
But
You
it's
just
strong.
forget. Yes,
It
a
is
good the
strong.
double bastard.
I've never had the Double
Oh,
Bastard.
dude, the double bastard is
Really?
really nice.
Okay. Well, then we have a Rogue fan, so this may be good.
So,
I remember that...
however,
seeing
this
that-
is none of those beers.
I remember seeing that Arrogant Bastard, like, in that big-ass bottle. Like, it was one of my first microbrews I saw, like, out, and I was like, wow, that looks impressive.
Yes.
Like, it was cool-looking, and it was, a big deal back when... Now microbrews are everywhere, but this is one of the early ones around here. This is the Rogue Chocolate Stout with natural chocolate flavoring added. This is
So they added chocolate as opposed to just allowing the stout to be chocolatey. So that's going to be that can cut both ways. Sometimes that's really good. Sometimes it creates like a sickening sweet that
It's 5.8 and 69 IBUs. It says dedicated to sweet release. Deep, dark, viscous, and bursting with chocolate, this legendary stout will satisfy your daily chocolate craving. Daily. You got to have one of these a day.
Yeah.
Chocolate
Challenge.
stout.
Wait, no.
Chocolate stout is ebony in color, pours with a rich, creamy head, and has a robust, earthy body that gives way to a rich chocolate truffle finish. Enjoy.
Truffle finish.
What the hell? Okay, they had me at viscous. Let's get
Oh,
on in here. Throwing ropes.
Gives you pairs with.
Okay.
What do you think this pairs well with?
Chocolate. Ice
Souffle
cream.
of some kind.
Aged cheddar,
Of course it does.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Cheddar. Yeah.
pot roast,
Duh.
and this is my favorite, vanilla ice cream.
Oh, there it is. I knew
Yeah,
there'd be an
yep.
ice cream.
What doesn't go well with vanilla ice cream?
Pour that
Yeah.
over some vanilla ice cream.
Yeah, make that a chocolate stout shake float. Have you ever done that? Have you ever had an alcoholic float?
Yes.
I know people have. I've never tried it.
That's pretty good. I remember there was one day.
You could do that. Not your dad's root beer.
I actually did that. So one night we actually did that over here. Someone brought in half a gallon of ice cream and a 6-pack of Not Your Father's.
And that was delicious.
It was fantastic.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm getting a text. It's from Stu, who says, the Rogue bottle, it's a fantastic display of both subtlety and arrogance. And I don't know he's piping in somehow. He must be listening to us
Look
live.
at that.
So good job, Stu. Thank you, man.
Thanks for the marketing update, Captain.
That is a cool looking. It's got a glass full of chocolate bars on it.
No, I like everything about it. And I've had one sip now.
They do good marketing. Rogue does.
I've had one sip now. The head is ridiculous, like how thick that is.
Yeah.
But that first sip, that'll punch you in the mouth.
Yeah.
That's like a malt. That's like a
That's
chocolate malt.
malty.
Very malty.
That's very interesting.
Very chocolatey.
yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to pass judgment till a couple sips, but there's a lot going on inside.
It's not
that
hints
beer.
of chocolate. Not off my taste buds. It's chocolate. Like
There's hints of beer.
yes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That is,
Yeah, my first sip is like, this is a chocolate.
That might be good over vanilla ice cream.
Yeah, this really might be good.
Yeah.
like you said, though, what's not good over vanilla ice cream?
Yeah. Especially
Enemies is about the only thing you don't want vanilla ice cream with.
yeah. Especially chocolate flavor. Like to me, chocolate and vanilla, bang. Like killing it.
Kind of a win-win.
Yeah. My wife drives me crazy because whenever she gets
You
ice
just leave
cream,
it right there.
it's chocolate with chocolate on chocolate.
too.
And I'm like, the best treat is like a hot brownie with vanilla ice cream. Like,
yeah, by far.
you get the hot, the cold, the chocolate, the vanilla.
It's a la mode.
Well, yeah,
So my
if you're fancy.
my daughters were always like, I don't know if I should get the ice cream or get such and such. And I took them aside one night and I was like, you never have to make that decision again. The trick is you order whatever you want and then you just say these magic words, a la mode. They were like, what does it mean? I was like, just do it. Order whatever
Trust
you want
me.
and say a la mode. Now they'll do it all the time. They'll be like, I don't know, I'll take the brownie, a la mode. And then, boom, the ice cream on top. They're like, woo. Dad's got all the life
You're the
pro
best.
tips.
See, my wife is a savory, not sweet
So am I.
person.
I would much rather have an extra helping of whatever we had for dinner.
Yeah, like she'll
Yeah, I'm
like it'll
yeah.
get to that point. She's like, well, she like maybe a nice creme brulee. She'll knock out, but most of the time she's like, ooh, maybe
I enjoy a dessert.
Sure, yes.
I would just rather have more pot roast.
yes,
Yeah.
It's just,
or she'll go like cheese would be her dessert. Or
that's
something
why I
like
was
that.
out here. If there were donuts here and those potato chips, I still would have been eating the potato chips.
Oh yeah, I'd rather have chips, Chex Mix, like
Yeah,
any of that.
pistachios,
Yeah,
something
any
like
of that over a piece of cake. Like, no, you can keep that.
It's just, I don't have that sweet tooth. But the kids do, so I taught them a la mode.
This
Yeah.
almost tastes like ice. This tastes like beer a la mode.
Yeah.
No,
It's
this
like
is
Rogue a la mode already.
This is ridiculous. Like I'm trying to determine if I really like it, and
I mean, it's a chocolate stout.
but it's more chocolate than stout. But
Yep.
it's not sickeningly sweet,
It's
which
not.
was my fear.
And it doesn't taste very artificial to me.
No, unfortunately, this is pretty good.
You want me to go first?
Go for it.
I love this beer. I do.
I believe you would.
I would. I will gladly give this a 4. And
oh shit!
I could drink a couple of these. I think if I drank too many, might get a little sicky sweet. But
Yeah.
the fact that it's only 5.9 is a game
5.8.
changer for a beer this thick. Oh, I'm sorry, viscosity.
Viscous. Such.
and it's not
Such
boozy.
distance. No.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
I like that it's not boozy.
Yes.
So you're going all the way up.
I would give it a DELI. I like this beer, and I would recommend it to people, especially if you like chocolate in any way, shape, or form. This is pretty good.
And I think pretty good's a apt description. It's not bad at all, but it's not.
Well, why don't you go? What do you got? You're the beer snob.
Yeah.
What do you got?
Well, I said unfortunately, I think I've had the other chocolate stouts that are much more balanced and just give you everything you want. And this one is, but it doesn't have this funny flavor of like literally like you went to an ice cream shop and just hey, give me a chocolate malt. Like I think a lot of people would dig this just because of that.
You might not even know there's alcohol in that. Like a kid might pick it up and just
and sip it and just be like ooh, and then feel really funny later.
Yeah. It's like,
Dad, I'm sleepy.
Dad, I cannot play Mario Kart. Can you please help me get off this level? Rainbow Road wasn't hard yesterday.
But it's solid. I mean, so what? 1 to 5, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'd say 3 for sure.
You can do halves too. You can go 3.5.
3.25. No.
Yeah,
That's
if you
fine.
want.
Just under. Yeah, like it's. I like it. I do like it.
A 4 is the DELI. Anything 4 and up means.
But I wouldn't. I don't think I'd go as high as a 4 because I gave the last beer I had on here was that Allagash.
The Allagash Black.
Yeah, the black
And you
Belgian,
did like that.
and I did like that. And that's more of like because that was that burnt like like just that had a lot of
Well, that was
cool
just
flavors.
so weird that it
so weird.
The front of it was definitely Belgian, and then it changed, and that was cool.
So this is nice because it stays the same from the first sip.
This
I
is
had
very
and, like,
consistent.
From the third sip, yeah, it's
yeah.
still,
The first sip
still
didn't
good.
taste any different than the third sip.
So it says chocolate flavor added. Is there no natural chocolate flavor? Or is
Well, that's what I thought was interesting. You can get a stout and you can play with it to give it notes of chocolate.
Yeah.
This is not that. This is like if the
It's
Hershey factory fell into the Rogue Brewing Company and boom,
They just squirted syrup in it.
a viscosity.
It smells really chocolatey.
Viscosy ropes of chocolate fired onto the face of the Rogue Brewing arrogant bastard, and this is what you get.
You're painting a picture.
Viscosy ropes.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Ew, gross. No, I knew what I was doing. I love viscosy ropes. So
Yeah, you do. You want to get back to the beer?
So
no, this beer is shockingly good. I did not expect to like it as much as I do. When I first had a sip, I was like, oof, that's a 4. Then I had a second sip, and I was like, nah, it's a 3.5. And I've literally wavered between those two scores with each sip. So I'm going to give it a final sip and see where we land.
all right. Well, between my 3.25 and your 3.75, we should just split the difference.
Well, I give it a 4, but I don't think it's going to win a DELI because your 3.25 is going to pull it below. But
You know what it is? It's a 3.75. If you're a
Yeah.
chocolate lover, this is phenomenal.
Yeah, this is good stuff if you love chocolate.
It's almost a 4.
Yeah.
That's hard to do. But that beer, if you're a chocolate lover, that's a guaranteed DELI.
Because it's chocolate then beer.
yes.
Yeah.
Or then the stout. Then,
But it's not
'cause, like,
too sweet.
it's not.
It's really good. Now, granted,
It's like
that's
a hot
been
chocolate
that's been
gotten
in a,
really cold.
yeah. It's been in a Yeti. So
Okay.
that
Oh,
probably,
that helps.
that probably
did
helps
That
it.
did.
Probably helps it because it wasn't in an Arctic. That's a fantastic beer. Yeah, I mean, as far as chocolate stouts go, good luck beating it.
Yeah.
Good luck. But I don't think I could have a bunch of them, but I love that beer. I will buy that again.
Yeah.
No doubt in my mind.
If I see that, I'll pick it up.
Yeah, especially if I
Where
have,
did you get it?
Marshall, one of our listeners brought it
Nice.
by. Yeah, respect. Shout out to Marshall. This is a damn good
He
beer.
killed it.
Yeah, this is really, really good. In fact, we have had a handful of delis brought by listeners lately. This is the first, we've had back-to-back weeks now where I have not had to buy the beer, which is a rarity.
Huge.
It used to be Boo Boo Mysterio
Yeah.
was the only one who would send it. And he still sends them, I mean, from wherever he is in the universe.
Yeah.
So not dogging you, boo-boo. Just saying
It's been a minute.
this is...
Here's a question. Have you guys ever had any of the Krabbies or those ginger?
Yeah, I
beers?
can't. I'm not a big fan of the Krabbies because I'm a big fan of actual ginger beers and then mixing them with booze. And so I don't like that they're falling somewhere between a cider and a ginger beer.
Okay.
But they're good. I'd rather have a Balmer's and mix it with something.
I'd rather have a mule.
Or
Yeah,
get a real
yeah.
ginger beer.
They can drink out of it.
Have you ever had
Yeah.
a Q ginger beer? They're these little tiny cans and they have it's got a Q on it.
They're the ones that alcoholic because a lot of ginger.
No,
beers-
there's no alcohol.
Okay.
Not in, that's why Krabby's kind of toes that line. Or we give a little alcohol and then
Yeah, they've got booze in it. And a
Yeah,
lot
because
of
they're
people-
non-alcoholic and alcoholic ginger beer.
But a lot of people will make their mules with Krabbies, and it kicks it up a notch.
Yeah.
because you have more booze in it, and it's good. I just don't drink Krabbies. My wife loves Krabbies though.
No. But you prefer just an actual true ginger beer to make your drink with.
Mixed
and stuff.
with
Yeah,
something.
fair
Yeah.
enough,
Yeah.
fair.
But that Q,
I'm only
one-
saying this because I might have some extra of those. And
I mean, I love Krabbies.
Yeah.
It's my favorite.
We would drink the hell out of them. That's for sure.
No, but the Q
you can take delis
ginger
up to a
beer.
new notch if I can get my vendors involved here.
There you go.
I didn't say anything bad about them. I love
No,
Krabbies.
no.
Krabbies is fantastic. No, I actually.
But no, but they gave us like a raspberry one and then an orange one.
And these are non-alcoholic.
No, these are all
Oh,
alcoholic.
okay. The Krabbies is the
So
alcoholic.
Krabbies is
one.
like the regular, like kind of like I guess, just regular flavored, and then all these other flavored, and some of them are not very good. So just
Good.
honestly,
Yeah.
like
little honesty.
where like even the staff are like, I can't really give these away.
Yeah, but can't you mix
these-
them? Like
Yeah,
in
they
the
try.
vodka,
Oh,
like,
we're trying. It's karaoke night right now, and she's like, "Hey," I was like, "Whatever you can do to get rid of the raspberry Krabbies,
that sounds delicious.
make
And
mules
yeah.
out of them, do them for $2, whatever.
Yeah,
Just
half
Moscow
price,
Mule.
yeah."
half price
little raspberry
Mule.
Moscow Mule.
And it's too sweet.
Yeah.
Like when they add that stuff, whatever the fakeness maybe of just or
Yeah.
I don't know, but it doesn't.
All right, so
it
you're
doesn't
feeling
work.
me.
It doesn't. Yeah, it just didn't work. But the regular one is fine. But
Yeah, but try the Q ginger beer.
will.
Because not only do they make a ginger beer, but then they actually put spicy peppers in like the brew to give it more bite, and that little bit of heat is phenomenal. You put
With the bite of the ginger.
yeah,
Yeah.
because then you mix it with your bourbon,
Yeah.
you mix it with your gin, your vodka, whatever it is you're into. I prefer all of them,
Yeah.
and
It's hard to
so
find.
good.
It's hard to find alcoholic ginger beer around here.
Well, those are non-alcoholics. You can
Yeah.
pick them up in any store, and you just got to mix them with.
No, but
your booze.
usually there's Goslings, and then you might find another one.
Goslings is what most people use.
Like, yeah.
And the Bundaberg.
Don't know
I
that
say that. That's a lot of people like that one, and I'd rather have Goslings before that. And Barrett's. A lot of places use Barrett's, the Jamaican ginger beer.
Yeah.
It's a good
Yeah.
one. But I like the
They're
Q.
full of sugar.
Yeah, and Q makes one that's like their light version,
Uh-huh.
and all they did is swap out the sugar for agave
Uh-huh.
instead of like putting in some bullshit.
that works.
That's now my go-to.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's half the calories, which means I can drink twice as much.
Yeah.
You get it.
It's math.
It's basic math.
There's no gluten-free people here, right?
No, Stu's not here.
Okay, there you go. Just check.
Yes, thank God. Yeah, we're missing Stu tonight though.
We are. We don't have our screen with all the info he pulls
Yeah,
up.
and he's not interrupting and doing his thing. Whatever it is Stu does over here. No, I'm just messing with you, Stu.
Let's get to the next topic.
We'll have Stu back here next week, and I don't know if next week we have Ely. Yeah, I think next week we have Ely back for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So I am kind of excited about that. That's
We
good.
should
Early Christmas present right there.
We should have led with that.
That Ely's coming back,
Yeah.
so they could turn this episode
it in
off.
Put it in the notes.
Yeah, that's actually a good idea. Put it in the descriptor. That way we can get some Millie fans back. We can get him fired up again. I miss having him yell at us. It's not the same. I try. It's just not the same.
Well, so the
You
poor
gotta
man's-
do delis like at noon for you to start yelling at people.
Exactly.
the poor man's Ely is Drunk Troy.
There we found him.
Everybody
Yep.
loves Drunk Troy, and I get messages all the time like, you should have another Drunk Troy episode, and I'm like, do you understand how hard that is? to get Troy drunk and then get him on the show. Like,
to the right level too.
but I'm saying it's not sustainable that we have to get Troy shit canned once a week to have him on the show on a Monday night. Like, it's just not a sustainable.
Not good for my family life.
No. And the other side of that is, I don't want you to think that version of you is good.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want you to come in here and week after week, people are like, love him, because then that sets you down the wrong path. You start drinking all the time, yelling at your kids, and you're like, everyone else likes me, you little shit.
You ungrateful bastards.
Yeah, and I'm like, no. We can't go down that road. I mean, I guess you could. It's your prerogative.
It's up to you.
I choose not to. But we can do another drunk episode, though.
Well, that's what the Christmas show is.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
It sounds like it's going to happen.
The holiday drink challenge is on its way. The next episode will be Sober Troy.
Yeah, because
And then
that'll
the
be
one after that will be
Sunday morning.
Yeah, it'll be an early morning show, which I always enjoy. I like to have a coffee followed by a deli and then shut down and go enjoy my day.
Yep.
That's perfect. Belushi loved it. He always told me uppers and downers. That was the key to success.
And he's killing it.
Yeah. And then my boy Farley, big fan of the uppers and downers.
Yeah.
He was like, nah, man,
Artie
it's
Lang.
great. Yeah.
All the greats.
All the greats will tell you that if you just get real up and then come crashing down and then run it back, eventually it ends in success.
All the money you spent to get up, spend more money to get back down.
Boom. Foam in your mouth. It's not a good look.
Just sounds like Wednesday for me. What are you guys talking about?
That's not good,
Yeah,
Terrence. It's not good.
Seek help, friend.
Yeah, you got a good accountant, someone else to watch the books there. 'Cause we cannot have that. That would be.
You say toe in the line it was like throwing darts. You're like the Troy level was always like at a certain point like I could hit everything.
Yeah.
I had that one more beer and it was like that's it.
I'm that way with bowling with
yeah.
pool, you name it.
Yeah.
It's about 2 beers.
Talking to women.
Isn't that the truth? Yeah, 2 beers and I am charming.
Loosey-goosey, yeah.
I've got amazing aim. I can do all these things. And then 3 beers, like, oops, I farted a little. Sorry about that, ladies. And then, I missed the easy shot. And it's like, it's over.
Words get a little slurry.
Then I just start indulging myself. Go, you know who likes me? Me. So I'm going to stick to it.
Number one fan over here.
and whatever's in this glass.
Yeah.
All right, so did we want to
At the
run back
bottom of
a
the
second
glass.
deli?
Yeah, do you want to do something else and do it in a few minutes, or you want to go straight to the second one?
Well, I could do whatever you want.
I don't care. You're driving.
Oh, Stu's not here. All right. Well, then
So, are we rudderless without Stu?
No, but I do have something that I'm... No. 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 We just no longer have a hole in the boat. I'm sorry, Stu. Jeez. He's not even
Was I here
to
just to shovel water out?
Yeah.
Did you just say Stu was the screen door to our boat?
Stu's literally the only one who can captain a boat. He was in the Navy. Like, literally.
Bad reference.
No, so I did see something this weekend. I got a car thing. Like, I love my cars.
Yeah.
In fact,
Miatas, right?
Miata's a fantastic car
Okay.
for
Yeah.
starters. I think I'm getting a new car. We'll let this simmer,
Okay.
but
Needs to marinate.
You need a fourth car.
I'm going to sell a car.
I couldn't even park here. I had to park like halfway down the block because your cars are all in the way.
I'm going to sell a car to buy a car.
BK's used car lot.
Something I'm working on. Actually, starting next week, there will be a used car for sale here. Please do come by.
All right.
In fact, I'll put it out there because the listeners might want to know.
It's the runner?
I'm selling the Runner,
Wow.
which has been the
That's your
single
baby.
best car I've ever owned.
Yeah.
The 1985 4Runner SR5.
SR5.
It's got the solid front axle, first year fuel injection. Come on, that's the best. It's got the soft top and the hard top. Come on. Does it have a sunroof? It does.
Yes.
No one has the sunroof. And obviously stick shift. New exhaust as of last week. That is a beautiful truck.
I drove it the other day. What's up with the tachometer?
Oh, is it not working at that time?
It wasn't working.
The tachometer has been working on and off
and
for
miss.
a decade.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I've never bothered to fix it because,
It starts to work.
well, it's a Toyota. It fixes itself.
Yeah.
It goes, oh, sorry, guys. My bad.
And if you need a tachometer to drive a stick, you probably shouldn't be driving one.
Dude, that car revs a lot higher than the sound, so you're in no fear of blowing it
Yeah.
out. That's a hell of a truck, but it is going to go for the right price. We shall see. I got to
All right.
take some pictures. I got to put it out there. The only big knock on that truck is clearly the Plasti Dip paint job.
Yeah.
People aren't going to like that.
Well, unless you want a beater.
Yeah, but I'm not selling it for a beater price.
Yeah.
Because I know what I've got is like a white whale. I mean, it is. People covet that particular model, that one. That is the baddest truck, the baddest of the first generation 4Runners that was ever made. So I'm going to be asking top dollar. So if there are any listeners out there, just ridiculous pocketbooks, holler at your boy.
I got $500 in my pocket.
It won't even pay for the exhaust that I just put on it.
I'm sorry, my eyes glazed over when you said car. Just like, what? Truck.
Well-
Truck. Sorry, truck.
Truck, the baddest truck ever.
No.
But I'll be getting something else. It'll be another 4Runner.
Okay. Yeah, of course.
Just a newer one.
Yeah.
Just a newer one.
Upgrade.
But so the Cannonball Run. Everybody's familiar with the Cannonball Run.
Yeah.
This is a cross country trip. You're familiar with this?
I'm very familiar.
All right. So the Cannonball Run is probably the most screwed up race that we do here in America, and it's truly
Highly illegal.
American because
Yeah.
it's not a legitimate event.
Not
It's
sanctioned.
not sanctioned at all. You just get in a car, and you do have to kind of let people know, like, hey, we're doing a Cannonball Run.
Yeah.
And you start at one end of the country in New York, and you end up in California.
I legitimately think my wife used to work at the Fairmont in San Francisco, and there was one weekend where all these cars just showed up.
Is that where it ends?
And I think it either ended or started, or because it was like, what is going? I mean, it was just all these cars.
Yeah, it's like they show up out of the blue.
Out of the blue,
It's like
yeah.
a flash mob
Yeah.
of
Yeah,
ridiculous
they
cars.
can't they
Right.
can't put it out there. Like, we're starting the Cannonball Run.
Yeah,
at
because then the
such and
cops will
such.
just pop you. So it's like, all right, we're going to do the Cannonball Run. We're going to go from here to there.
The ridiculous high end, just crazy cars. It was really. I was like,
Oh, yeah.
she's like, you should just come up here. I'm like, I'm definitely coming up there. This is fantastic.
Yeah, like it's badass. But you see, the problem is that far too often, if you have a badass sports car that looks like a badass sports car, well, you're going to get pulled over. So
Yeah, because the stats show, like, if you drive, like, a red Corvette
Yep.
and you're going
done.
5 miles over, like, the cops are like, that guy's speeding. Like, but you could be in your minivan going 20 miles over, and they're like, he's harmless.
Well, we had 3 guys last week get in a Mercedes, a 2015 E63. Now the AMG
Yeah.
Mercedes. So this is the baddest one that's out there.
Yeah.
But what they did is they kind of toned it down, like
Ah.
changed the look a little
Took
bit.
some of the graphics or, the finished stuff off of it.
They kind of toned it down, like
Yeah.
make it not look like. So it looked more like a Mercedes sedan.
How
They-
far did they take it? Did they, like, change lights and...
No, just like ground effects kind of stuff. Because
Yeah.
those Mercedes, they look like Mercedes. I mean, they don't. But then you get the AMG, and they just kind of make it look a little badder.
Yeah.
So they just took
But,
off.
like, a Mercedes doesn't look intimidating. To me, like, the Beamers always look more badass. Like, a Mercedes has the goods, but they're not as flashy in a lot of ways.
Yeah, but they're not Bugattis. They're not
Yeah.
Lamborghinis. Like, they weren't designed to look like that. It was a car that they now designed, or they took up a notch. When AMG gets
Yeah.
their hands on it, they turn it into a whole other beast.
That's what Ely has, that race car. It's got 500
Dude,
some horses under it.
Ridiculous. So it's essentially Ely's car, but like a newer version of it.
Yeah.
And then they went ahead and they bumped it up a little more, gave it a little more power internally. But what they fit it with that I thought was amazing was obviously the radar detectors.
Yeah.
Then they had obviously the radar jammers to
Yeah.
make sure that no matter what you got, laser, whatever you got, like it's
You-
not going to
yeah.
detect it. So they got like the most high-end jammers and detectors available. But then they put in something I've never seen anyone put in a car, literally aircraft collision avoidance system. So this thing will not let you crash into things just like aircrafts or drones nowadays even.
Yep.
Like you fly them right at a wall and the drone will zoop, will like make the move. It'll be scanning everything and move away from
From the obstacle.
the problem.
Yeah.
So they had one of these in there. So if they are just absolutely balling out and they're about to clip that car, like the brakes will engage or it'll jerk it a little bit to the left and you'll avoid the problem. So they
Isn't
had
that also scanning for other aircraft, I think?
Yeah, but in this instance, it's scanning for the cars. They just modified it so it's on the road.
Yeah, but I think I read it was also scanning for other aircraft, meaning like...
Oh, like to people who are trying to bust you.
Yes.
That's
Ooh.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Ooh, wow.
So these sons of bitches went off. Dude, they pulled
they win?
off. Dude, they pulled off a cannonball run. I'm talking coast to coast, 3 guys nonstop, 27 hours and 25 minutes coast to coast.
I want to say they crushed the previous record of like 29 hours. Like they literally just, destroyed it.
Like that's ridiculous. And that record when it happened was like 5 years ago, and they're like untouchable.
Yeah.
Like cannot happen.
What was the average? The average speed on there was like
103 miles an hour average.
Average.
Top speed of 193. And you got to think when you're average 103, you're not on highways the whole time.
No.
Yeah.
You're on Route 1 sometimes.
Yeah.
You're going through towns that require a 25 mile an hour speed limit, have traffic lights and stop signs, all of which optional because I've got my aircraft collision avoidance system going. 27 hours cross country.
Well, and you got to think
That's ridiculous.
That includes stopping for fuel and stuff, which I was surprised to read that they stop for fuel. Like, I'm surprised they don't have a way to like keep moving at a 40
I think if
mile
you're going to take it up a notch.
Someone
40
pacing
mile an
them?
hour pace. Yeah,
like you meet me in Oklahoma,
yeah,
pace me.
You get on a straight road somewhere in Nebraska where it's
Right.
flat and straight, and you're just like, we're going 50.
Yeah, license
And-
plate flips down, gas tank, hose, stick it in, boom. Go, the old Top Gun.
Yeah.
Oh, license plate like the back.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can think. And then you just have someone just ram into you. A little viscous load of gas into the back there. It's perfect.
Ropes.
Just
27.
ropes of viscous gas flinging at the car.
Wow.
It's just covered in. Wait, what
We're
happened?
not losing that visual, are we?
I will never lose it. You can't put viscous on the side of a beer and not have me immediately go, who threw ropes in my beer, dude? That's not cool at all. No, it offended me that they used that word. Stu would have been offended.
What kind of stress level must those 3 people, and they had a team like pacing them and like clearing roads and like looking out for cops.
Oh, you
But
have to.
imagine going that fast for 27 hours straight in a vehicle. Like, what kind of stress level are you? You lose 10 years of your life, I guess, like just on stress.
Dude, that stuff makes that dude Richard Rawlings who does Gas Monkeys. He's famous because he did break a record on the Cannonball Run. I mean that.
I think he broke like the 30-hour mark or something. They did like 29 something.
Which is, dude, but these guys are ballers. 103 mile an hour average, 193. I'd shit in my pants. If
How much cocaine are they doing?
Hopefully just the right amount.
Right, yeah, just
what I don't need is some freaked out dude
right. Just
tweaking
enough.
back there. Like,
I was going to say Red Bull, but I'm like, you can't have
You
liquids.
joke about that, but I bet they were on some sort of like
you're-
amphetamine or something. Like,
well, you know what you're probably on is beta blockers. Because beta blockers make it so you're not nervous. Your adrenaline gets kept under control so you can stay focused.
But you got to be doing like Adderall or something too to keep your like focused and awake.
I think if you're the kind of person that decides I'm going to do a cannonball run,
Yeah.
you probably have a bit of a history.
Yeah.
Substance abuse, different things, failed relationships.
Or you've been doing crazy, risky things like that for a long time, and like you said, you just used to doing it.
I just had just talking about cars, drugs, everything like that. Some story from high school. I swear it was from high school, or like whatever, 20-something years ago now, where someone on 95.
Ew.
No, someone from 95 did what you said with the car. Like this was like I can't even remember if this was a story from like Penny Lane, my dad, just talking about, but like there was a cop like sitting on 95 as
They're wont to do,
and his radar gun would just go off, and he's like, "What the hell's that?" And then see nothing.
Oh, I do know what you're talking
Right,
about.
and so he's like, "All right, well, whatever," and just blows it off. Then like the next night, same exact time, 3 a.m, whatever it is, super late, and then like boop, and but like nothing. And he's like, "All right, this is getting dumb." So puts up like a little roadblock, or at least people a few miles ahead of him.
So he can go. The thing
He's
at
like, hey,
150 just went by.
Whatever, it's freaking out my system. Yeah, like it's so. And then, of course, it goes off again. He calls in. Boom, there's smoke, crash, a wreck. They go up and they find a guy in like a black car, no chrome, no lights, with like infrared or like, vision goggles.
Yeah.
Nice.
Just blazing up 95, just like drug dealing.
The Coke runner?
Yeah, the Coke runner.
Oh, of course.
Wow.
And I was like, that's fucking insane. Like that, But
I've never understood that whole thing. Like, let's just send a guy out there doing 160 to run the Coke.
Yeah.
How about a guy doing 60?
Yeah, in the right lane,
Yeah.
just kicking it.
Just
Yeah.
just load up the bottom of the
driving.
minivan.
Yeah.
Yeah, like just try. But they're like, no,
Yeah.
I've been doing coke for 3 weeks, and I think I've got a plan. You see, we need someone who goes 160. That's how it's done, son. I understood it in the water when they had those cigarette boats, and they were like bringing it from the Caribbean into like Miami.
Yeah, because
and
then
they had
you're
those because those boats, just, the Coast Guard can't catch you.
well, you're out there by yourself. There's no other boats.
Yeah.
And there's no, like, on the road, you're stuck to the road, right? But in the boat, you can, like, turn left.
Yeah,
or
you
right.
go,
like,
hey, Coast Guard's up ahead. I'm going to go that general
I'm
direction.
gonna go the other way.
Super
Full
fast,
blast,
where
yeah.
they can't catch me. But on a road, yeah, you're right. You're going south to
Yeah.
the north.
Yeah. North to
Period.
the south.
And that's it. And, like, you can't go anywhere. You can't take that exit ramp at 150.
And as they say, and as Terrence just alluded to, you cannot outrun the radios.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
No.
as you could be going 195.
Yeah.
The
You get-
radio
You
is
get away with it once, twice. and
Yeah.
then
It's about
Eventually,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so that dude ran it multiple times. But that's badass. He had infrared on. I mean, come on. That's pretty sweet.
Like that's just fascinating, to be like, we put these goggles on, we'll take all the trim off the car, like
Yeah.
don't need lights,
Matte black it out,
Yeah, and
murder
just-
it out.
and this would have been like in the 80s, so just think you're Kit and Knight Rider or some bullshit.
Yeah.
It's like let's go.
They put some duct tape over the fucking light on the stupid front of that
Yeah,
kid car.
yeah.
I was like,
That's all they see. Yeah, that. Oh God, it's ballsy though. But I guess if you're doing a bunch of coke and you're,
Yeah.
you're all whacked out. It's 3 a.m. and you're doing
Well, I guess
160. Why
if
not?
you're going 3 times the speed, you get to do 3 times the runs, and you make 3 times the money. But it's
Can you imagine like if you could get from Richmond, or they're probably not coming from Richmond,
Yeah.
but like Atlanta
New York
to New York,
Florida.
but if your plan is like let's get from Atlanta to New York in 3 hours.
Yeah,
And then we're back in 3 hours, and we're done. And we're done.
yeah.
But what's
from midnight
the
to-
advantage of that? I guess because it's all in
You
one
leave at
night.
midnight, and you're done at 6, and you're back home at 6. I mean, and you've gone from Florida to Miami. I mean,
I get that.
Twice
Like,
the
what, you got
runs.
your kids to school. Like, what's the problem? Like,
don't know.
take your time, people.
You're putting rational thoughts
guess
into
that's
being
true.
drug
And you see-
drug
Yeah.
dealers.
This
Yeah.
is why I am not a kingpin.
Yeah.
Because I don't think properly. I don't think like a kingpin.
Well, that's why you see they're putting the drugs inside the tires. Like they're the guys that are like, I'm gonna.
Sorry, I just threw a viscosity rope at you. That's my bad.
I caught it right in the face.
Yes, you did.
Oh, so what
This
is
is
this?
beer nu-
Speaking
this
of
is beer
speaking
number
of
2.
yeah, speaking
I don't know how I'm going to get the word viscous in the title of this episode, but
of- Ooh,
This is
mark
the
my
Viscosity.
words.
trophy wife from Trophy Brewing. It says more than just a pretty face, pretty package. you had me going face. This is out of Trophy Brewing Company in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Now that I just had my first sip,
Sessionable IPA.
I think I was instructed to have this when Ely was on. Now that I've had my first sip, I'm like, oh, Ely might. Oh, damn it. That's right. I was supposed to. Well, here we go.
We have 3 more.
Trophy Brewing.
would
Company.
Ely like this? Is that what you mean? Or?
There's
Oh.
a distinct possibility.
Okay.
This is an interesting beer already. Now, granted, I just finished a chocolate bar.
Sessionable IPAs are so weird to me.
They're the best.
They are the
Why
best.
are they weird to you? The concept or
Yeah, like because if you like IPAs, I think you want the super hoppy, super funky, super. You want an IPA.
Yeah.
It's like you're cutting an IPA in half with the sessionable ones.
Yeah, but they're
But it-
playing to like 10%.
they're playing to me because I don't like the IPAs.
But that's what I'm saying. I think that's why the sessionable, because all those IPA people were playing to the 10%.
well, because I mean, sometimes I don't want a fork to drink my IPA. Like when you get to the hop stupids and the hop blah blahs and the hoppy hoppersons, like
Yeah, it's just too
It's just
damn
like,
much.
dude, it's too much. And then you're like, oh, I can drink this and still mow my lawn.
Yeah.
Where you can't pull an IPA. I can't even take a Dale's Pale Ale anymore.
Or drive 193
and,
miles.
and go out in like the sun of like, I can't do it. I'm dying.
Yeah.
But I think the idea is right. But I tend to want to. I think I want to like these more than I end
Truly
up
like
liking
them.
So this is the
because
trophy.
they don't give me enough of anything.
Yeah.
They don't give
right?
me usually don't give me enough of the IPA.
Yeah.
Or I'd just rather drink a Miller Lite or something.
Exactly.
at that point.
Yeah. Like I'd rather drink a light beer or I'd rather drink an IPA.
So getting all the calories,
Yeah.
yet
So this, yeah.
none of the
exactly.
flavor. Mm.
So this is the Trophy Brewing Company
Okay.
out of Raleigh, North Carolina, and they have come out with the Trophy Wife Stu'd be disappointed with the logo.
Yeah, it's kind of weak. Got a engagement ring on it.
Yep. Yeah, don't do that.
Put a ring on it.
Don't.
If you like it.
Yeah, I guess you should. But it's a sessionable IPA. Yeah. It's here's my problem. I'm anti Raleigh brewing companies. I've been to a handful of them. I've been to one, and unfortunately I can't remember the name, but it's like everyone that I go to, I'm like, don't like it. I went to one, I was like, hey, you guys are doing something here. Like, okay.
What's the deal?
I just think that they make some bad beers.
Really?
In Raleigh. Yeah.
Like the whole city.
Maybe I've been to the wrong ones. Right? I've probably been to 5 breweries in Raleigh in all my time. But like Aviator.
So they're the little brother to what's
Asheville.
Asheville, yeah.
But North Carolina doesn't have any weird. They don't have any weird laws or restrictions like as far as brewing
they just
beers, right?
Suck at brew.
Yeah.
Like go to Aviator Brewing Company and you will see some of the most beautiful labels you ever seen. Shit
beer.
Just
average beer.
Oh my God. It's just not great.
Hey, a lot of it's about marketing.
Oh, it is, and they sell.
That's why we have stews.
So they're all stews and no brews. There you go.
Yes.
Stew and brew spelled the exact same way. STEW.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
It's not.
Little known fact.
No.
Little known
As
fact.
much as I like to make fun of the guy, I can't do that one. I know that bothers him when people spell it that way. I won't do that to him. I won't put that viscous turd
No.
on him. I will not do it. I would. A bundle of viscous. I'm sorry.
This is interesting.
This is interesting.
Now, as far as IPA goes, this is, like I said, this is made for me because I'm not an IPA guy. It's very watered down. It feels like you took an IPA and you poured a Miller Lite in it and cut it in half.
I'm going to say it's the opposite of interesting, and it's completely forgettable. But
That's Raleigh in a nutshell.
yeah.
It's Raleigh.
That is Raleigh in a
Go
nutshell.
to Asheville, go Charlotte.
Yeah. Or you could go to Raleigh where
Have I been to Riley?
It's like, you're right, and you wouldn't even remember. Like, I think something happened that
I
might have been
might-
cool,
yeah.
or it might have been not.
I might have been in Durham or
Is that the
Cary
one with the
or-
thing? I don't. Yeah, I
Raleigh
don't-
is entirely forgettable. It's a weird little place.
That's what this beer is.
This has a. I mean, the beer's not crush it. It's unforgettable. Like it doesn't taste bad.
Nope.
It doesn't taste good.
Nope.
It doesn't. And it's not that it's flavorless. It has some flavors, but I don't even know what the hints are. Like, there's not notes of anything in it to me.
So you guys are panning the hell out of it.
Yeah, I'm not.
But I'm going to drink the entire thing and be
Yeah,
fine with it.
It's not bad. It's
like, oh, there's a football game on. I'm just going to watch that football game, drink this beer, but it could be anything.
Yeah, but that football game is the Bengals versus the Browns.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's like it is the forgettable football game of the weekend.
So this beer, well, Troy, do you have a score? Because you basically already just shit on it. So you may.
I'm
as
not
well-
shitting on it.
Yeah.
I'm not. It's totally drinkable. I will drink the whole thing. It doesn't taste bad at all. But it's, as Terrence says, it's forgettable. Like, I will, after I'm done with this and go back to the Miller Lite, I will have already forgotten the flavor in it because it's just, the flavor is right down the middle. So I have to go right down the middle. Like, this is a 2.5 beer. It's not bad. It's not good. It's just,
It's a solid Raleigh too.
yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately. It's most, all right, so you're giving it the old Raleigh too,
Yeah, the Raleigh too.
which is a 4 there.
Well, there you go.
Well, that's
So-
what we kind of talk about with these, right? Like, if
Are you
want an
getting anything?
IPA,
Your nose is better than.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So here's
most.
here's what's up with this thing. I really like this sessionable IPA. If I was going to get a sessionable IPA, I love it. I know what y'all are saying.
Yeah.
If you're looking for an IPA, there's not a lot there. But what this does have is the juiciness of a New England style IPA in the flavor profile, not in the viscosity. See, I changed that a little. But a
lacking
true,
ropes.
but a true. Sorry, that one got me. A true New England style IPA is viscosity for but it's juicy. It's thick. There's
Yes.
a lot
Yeah.
of sediment
Yes.
in it. There's a lot happening in there. This doesn't have that. But I'll bet you if you poured this in a glass, it's bright.
Which we should be doing.
and God damn it. I bet it would be a hair cloudy. In
Yeah.
fact,
You gonna pour it out?
I'm going to find out right now. Well,
Guess we could all do that.
it's not super. like cloudy, but it is bright and dark
Yeah.
for what it is. I love that it has some of that juiciness of a New England style IPA, yet being a session IPA. To me, that's a 3.5. I like that beer a lot, and if I was going to reach for a session IPA, I would put that over Founders
All Day?
Founders All Day.
Yeah.
I think I would.
Founders All Day is kind of the barometer for what all sessionable IPAs are based on. This is better than that.
It might be better than that. And have you had the Wolf Pup IPA? I feel like that is a sessionable IPA that just came out of California, whatever. It's on, I think Dan Patrick or something like that talks about that one. all the time.
I've heard.
And
Okay,
and
that's
then I was
what
like,
I've
and then I
heard
was at Costco, and I was like, oh, that's that beer that he was talking about. And I got it, and I was like, okay, like sessionable IPA, but it was tough to drink after a while. This is really easy to drink.
That's what I'm saying. So
This is really
if
easy
I'm
to
going
drink.
to look at sessionable IPAs, this is a really good session IPA. It's not a
It
good IPA.
crushes what it says it is.
Yep.
No doubt.
You
I'm-
could throw
I'm-
24 of these in a cooler at any situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm putting this in the
Daytime.
I'm
Yeah.
rating it as a sessionable
Fair
IPA.
enough.
That's a 3.5.
If I didn't have a case of Coors Light, and like you say, you threw a case of that in there, I could drink those for sure.
It's got more flavor than the really crappy ultra light ones I drink,
Yeah.
like the day.
Yeah, you
So
you had one in here
daytime.
that was really bad.
Oh, probably the Slighty Mighty, which I've really turned around on.
Yeah.
I don't like that anymore at all.
Yeah.
The Slighty Mighty is not great, but I like the daytime, the Lagunitas one.
Mm-hmm.
I
That's
like
the one
that.
with the bent nail on it, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
I like that a lot, but it's like there's nothing to it. I mean, you just put them down. It's got a hint of hops.
Yeah.
This I like. Look, there's no bitterness. It doesn't
Nope.
last in
Nope.
your mouth. It doesn't have
No.
any of the IPA traits that people would love. But I just like the juiciness of it.
It is.
So.
It does have a juicy forward and
But that's it. It goes away
it-
instantly.
It does, and I guess that's where the forgettable part.
It is
came in.
forgettable
Yeah.
because your palate forgets
Yeah,
about it
Yeah,
3
'Cause
seconds
it's like,
later.
Yeah, you're like, oh, there's usually something lingering, and there's nothing lingering, which is actually probably a compliment. The fact that it
To a
cleans,
sessionable
right?
IPA.
It just
Yeah.
cleans. You're clean right away, and you're like, oh, let's go play basketball or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
That's-
Cut the grass.
But it's not a Sam. Like I love a Sam 76 because
Mm.
it is designed to like
No.
trick you into thinking there's hops there and then goes away. I love that.
So
just
I think I'm
pounding beer.
skewing this down on my sessionable IPA.
Yeah, you had it at a 2.
Right away.
You're already at a
Right
2.5. Like it's coming up. I can hear it in your voice.
Yeah.
Well, the more I drink of it,
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, everybody's coming up.
I'm selling this.
Yeah,
while
you
we're
are.
doing
I
it.
could go up a half a point.
Yeah,
but
I go half, but
So that puts us at a 3 and a 2.5. So you're still not.
Oh, it's nowhere near it. I get
Yes,
it.
yeah.
But that's why when I took the first sip,
but
I said,
but
Ely
Ely might like
that
this.
because
I think he.
it's a shitty beer.
Yeah, I think
he
you would.
loves shitty beers.
But it's not offensive. Like there's nothing offensive about it at all.
No.
I'm going to give him one of these
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
Sunday morning
you should.
episode
Yeah.
because I think that
Just wrap a Coors Light like.
And they have the.
Don't they have those fake like label things you can just put around like those magnet
Yeah,
things
yeah.
that just say
Yes.
light or just say something generic?
Or
they
say
have the
Coca-Cola.
Save the they have the Save the Turtle 6-pack
Ooh.
holder on there.
yeah, which cost a tree's life. I mean, what the fuck? It's ridiculous.
You know my thing about
Squirrels
the straw
can't live.
thing is
Birds dead.
Yeah.
I don't drink with straws, so whether I get a plastic straw or a paper straw, you're wasting straws
How about
on
this?
someone who doesn't even drink with it. I throw every straw out.
So here's
Paper straws are flat out offensive.
Yes.
I can't. They stick to your lip.
Yep.
You pull them
They
off.
fall
you get
apart.
You get that little snapback off your lip, like mother. Oh, I'm
right,
sorry.
settle-
Hold on.
settle
Question.
down,
I
settle
had a
down,
quick
settle
question.
down, settle
Hey, Terrence, do you guys use paper straws
settle
at
down.
Penny Lane
settle
Pub?
down. So
I figure I should ask that now before.
so
I
here this is
completely
this is
viscerate.
what's been cracking me up in the last like we said the trend or whatever's happening.
6 months.
Yes, let's go with that time frame. My dad will get influenced by the grandchildren quite easily.
Yeah.
Because all it takes one to go.
Because he's
Like-
a good grandfather.
Of course, he's a
Yeah,
wonderful
and
grandfather.
we don't
Loves
wanna-
his grandkids.
we don't want to
Yeah.
kill turtles.
And there's so
He wants to
so they
save the
come in
world
with
for
they come
them.
in with like the saving the turtles, and then next thing you know he's like literally like taking straws out of people's drinks. Like, nope, don't need these. It's like and just
Yeah.
taking them out, and he's like, they gotta go. And I was like, well, we gotta have straws. Like,
Yeah.
So I was like, well, we'll get the paper straws. That's a lot of people are doing it. Let's just get the paper straws.
Yeah.
So
Dude, get
the
ivory
paper
straws. No one needs elephants.
Very true.
Ivory straws.
So we get the
That's
paper-
the future.
So we get the paper straws, and I've had more like the last 2 weeks
Complaints?
and just people saying, do you have any plastic straws? I'm like, are you actually asking me for plastic straws right now over the paper straw? Like, could you just not drink
How about
the straw?
just don't use a straw?
Or if you have to use a straw, and unfortunately, my wife just Restaurant Depot accidentally grabbed some straws.
But real straws?
Real straws,
made
but
from natural
she's
plastic?
like, let me grab some straws just to have them. But grabbed, because there's like 7 billion of everything at all these stores. And I opened them up, and I'm like, these are like the straws for slushies. They were like
the big
with the spoon.
10. I don't know if they had this. They didn't have the spoon, but they were like the 10.5-inch straws, not the 7. And so I was like, these are stick 4 inches out of the drink. And I was finally like, I've got these, and these people were like, perfect. We just love plastic straws. I'm like,
made for tipping drinks over. That's what those are made.
And I've got
for.
like 3 bartenders that are like, just lasers shooting out of their eyes, like you were just killing all sea life and everything. Like,
there is a happy medium I have discovered. The bamboo straw.
Okay.
Now I don't know what the cost difference is going to be.
All right.
But it doesn't stick to your lip like a freaking paper straw, where it makes your lip literally it like snaps off of it. It frustrates. I can't.
How about
even put it in
this?
my mouth.
Well, you should just drink it
My
fast
kids-
enough where that doesn't happen.
Just no. It makes me cringe. It's almost like
Nails on a chalkboard.
yeah, but nails on a chalkboard doesn't offend me. But like if I bit on tin foil, it creates like a.
Here's what I want. How about
Bamboo.
stop?
Is it visceral or is it viscosity?
Viscous?
Is it viscosity?
It's not so
visceral
viscous-y.
visky reaction.
It just but the bamboo straw
Right.
it probably costs a little more
seen 'em.
than the paper straw, but I don't find them offensive in my mouth.
How about we stop just putting straws in every single drink that ever gets ordered? How about
I don't ever use straws.
me either? That's what I'm
Ever.
saying. And every straw, every drink I ever get has a straw in it, even a water. And I'm like,
I don't
I
want
take
this.
it out and I throw it away. And I'm like,
Well, that's
not
just-
only have you wasted it, you're double wasting. Like I didn't even get to use it. Like you could have saved yourself some time and effort and some money in the world. Maybe I don't know.
So anyway,
Let's do
we're
that.
towing the line with that. So right now I have both straws kind of.
So
Good for you. Saving the world a little.
So our
Smidge.
local Mexican joint that we like to eat at,
Okay.
they went to paper.
Shout out to Pepe's.
And we went back today. Of course, we go over Monday. They're back to plastic.
No.
Because people complain about
Yes,
paper.
yeah,
If you're
yes.
going to try to save the world, do it with the ridiculous weed that is bamboo.
Yeah.
That stuff proliferates at a rate that's ridiculous. You can literally stand in a bamboo forest and listen to it grow. How fucked up is that?
Yeah.
Like it literally, you just hear it.
Yeah.
There's a
growing.
tiny bamboo forest across the train tracks from my house.
And
Not
that's
far.
what happens because it just takes a little bit of bamboo.
Oh, it's
Just-
a weed.
yeah.
It
just
literally
gets in there
takes
and then
over. Yeah.
You can't get
And
rid
it
of
grows.
I did
Certain
it.
strains of it grow like a foot a day. It's crazy.
I moved out of a house once and had this shitty neighbor, and right before I left, I just dug and I just put a little lucky bamboo in there. Now I don't. That's not the kind of bamboo that grows a bunch. But I was like, do your worst, because once it takes root, it's over, John.
Yeah.
But they can make straws out
Yep.
of it. So look into those
All right.
because my children got the bamboo straw somewhere and they were like, "Oh, I don't mind this," and I was like, "Then this must be the middle ground." And it's got to
We
cost
really
more
need to like
unfortunately.
start shaming adults who drink with straws. Like you're
No.
a goddamn
Well, even
adult.
like
I would just bring a turtle.
all my staff
when they
just
give me
have-
the plastic straw. Just start jamming it in its mouth while they come back. What are you doing to that turtle? It's what are you doing to this turtle?
That's what you wanted, isn't it?
Yeah. Go ahead. I'm
Asshole.
sorry. I
No,
cut
but
you off.
they have their own little metal straws. They just bring metal straws.
Dude, my company has a gift lately. Like we always have tchotchkes to like give to clients.
They're giving out metal straws.
We've been giving out metal straws for the longest time, and in my
No
mind,
one likes those either.
no, they bust your
not
teeth.
Yeah.
not even people that do cocaine.
Yeah.
Well, it's too long.
What?
My wife has a water.
Unless you're driving 160 miles an hour and need to get to the dash.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're doing.
My wife has a 40-ounce water cup, and she has one of those big, thick rubber straws. that,
Almost
like,
viscosity.
yeah, and you can
Hold on, it's like a latex
Yeah,
straw.
yeah,
Like you can squish it with your hands.
exactly. Yeah.
But it'll bounce back. You can wash it.
Yep. You can run through the dishwasher.
The beauty of the metal is that it doesn't get like bacteria and shit on it because it's metal.
In
Like, it is-
theory,
yeah, but I mean that's why it's
but
good.
if you don't clean it, I mean, it's
but
like
you go to get
yeah.
your drink and you could literally crack a tooth.
Yeah.
yeah,
So like
Yeah.
I don't
It's
want
like, yeah,
that.
no.
poke your eye out, not
No,
paying attention.
I think just less straws in general.
How about just stop using straws or reusable crazy straws? Everybody loves a crazy straw. It's the
Yeah.
only straw I'll ever use. I'll be like, ooh, is that double loops? I'm in on that action. And I'll order the reddest drink you have because I want to see it go.
I would get some Sgt. Pepper themed crazy straws.
There you go.
They gotta exist.
There you go.
We'll do it.
This could be done. I cannot get behind the paper straw. It just irks me. There's listeners out there right now who, when we just say paper straw, like get goosebumps. I'm certain of it because it's just gross in your mouth. Like, would you put a piece of paper in your mouth? It's a horrible feeling. Like, just put a piece of paper between your lips.
Well, you used to put the piece of paper that covered the plastic straw in your mouth to take it off. And then sometimes that would stick on your lip.
Oh, God, yeah. It's horrible, right? It's the worst.
Yeah.
We can't.
Well,
we
and
can't,
it's funny because like you're getting rid of straws, but then like the restaurant will have like 47 other plastic things they're disposing of every meal. It's like, are you really?
Oh, and I get
saving
it.
the
Look,
world?
we're
Yes.
using far too much plastic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this is ridiculous. I look at some of these like water sources in some of these third world countries where it's like it's a sea of plastic in there, and they're trying to like get water or fish, and I'm just like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Like, this is crazy. And then I go out every day and buy some stupid plastic bottle of something, and then I refill it like all day for like a couple days. Like, look at me
Just to
saving
try,
the world.
Just to try.
But it ends up right
In the
back
same
over here.
place.
It's actually been getting so bad that I've started recycling plastic. You know how anti-recycling
Yeah, you
I
are.
am.
Yeah.
I've started recycling them because the imagery of what you see in the ocean and what you see in people's rivers, I'm just like, I can't do this anymore. Like, this is... But
Well,
I'm
how
one
about we
man.
address the fact, like, how's all this shit getting in the ocean?
Well, assholes.
No, but like they're making like, are people dumping trash in the ocean? Like, how do straws end up in the ocean? Are you throwing your straws in the ocean? Like,
Jersey.
It's gotta be.
They take theirs
be
out of their
Jersey, right.
Slurpee and then they flick it in the water.
Well,
and
there's
then they
water.
throw out the cup.
They just with the whole trash bag. Just swing the bag and just
Yeah.
toss it right in. Right
Throw
in
it. It's a Jersey thing.
okay. Well, now that
now we know.
adds up. That checks out.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, it'll be a week from now on Christmas Eve when they do the annual dumping of the plastic in the ocean at the Jersey Shore.
It's like
It's a big thing. Like,
Yeah.
everybody comes
around the
out.
holidays.
Yeah,
Sounds
they,
right.
they get all the bonfires going. You burn tires, and then
Yeah.
you throw all your plastic
Extra
out.
couches.
Look, I get it's
You just
beautiful
spray- you
to
just-
watch it.
and you spray all your hairspray like just up
Yeah.
in the air
Yeah,
and
like,
your axe and all that.
I get it. It's beautiful. Oh,
Yeah,
I've
so-
heard it just smells like Axe. It's supposed to be intoxicatingly great.
Aquanet and Axe.
And apparently, the amount of viscosity in the water after that
we go.
night is it's really unheard of.
I feel like this is going to play a part in the name of the episode.
Oh, 100%. I'm trying to figure out how to get viscous in the title. That much is certain. I've already been thinking it's like double DELI, twice as viscous or something. I'm trying to. I'll figure it out
All right.
between now and when I have to edit.
By the way,
this
did
thing.
we ever finish this deli?
I think
I gave it a 3.5.
we
We
did.
got a 2.5 and a
I went
2.5.
up. I went up to a 3.
and I went to 2.5. So we all
Either way, this
we all
thing-
bumped it. All right.
but it's not gonna make the cut.
All right. Now Troy asked me if I could come in tonight, and I was like, "Well, is there any themes? Are we talking about anything?" He's like, "Oh, just if there's something you want to talk about, just jot it down." And I forgot to jot it down, but
Oh, you got a topic.
no, it's not. It's not even a topic. This is definitely not this. But just what I don't know why it just reminded me of it. Did you see the tattoo that did the rounds today? Or not today, but like recently, of some dude got the Baby Yoda
Okay.
on his arm.
Okay.
So we all know,
Yeah.
Baby Yoda. I think we're all at the point now where like it's not. We're not.
Yeah,
breaking
I watched The Mandalorian.
There we go.
I'm super hip.
So Baby Yoda holding a White Claw.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Instead of the coffee cup. And I was like,
Oh my god.
is that the most 2019 thing? Like, if you could just like time capsule, like, what happened in 2019? And you just showed
Bob, show
someone
him your
that.
arm.
It was like, that's exactly
Baby
what
Yoda?
this entire year is about.
Do you guys sell White Claws at your bar?
Oh, yeah.
See, I mean that's right. I mean it's.
I got raspberry. I got.
That one?
That is it. Look at that.
Oh
Yep.
come on now. What
Baby
the hell?
Yoda holding a White Claw. That's as big as he is.
This isn't even a good Baby Yoda.
It's not a good tattoo.
Or a good White Claw. The White Claw's written out of proportion. Oh, I'm disappointed on many levels.
Somebody paid
So the idea was better than the
dozens of
the action.
dollars for that tattoo.
But Baby Yoda looks sad, and Baby Yoda always looks sweet and cute. This is
Yeah.
disturbing.
Looks like a first-time tattoo artist.
Well, maybe that's
Like
what
day
it was.
one.
Like, hey, you know what I want to do a tattoo of? I'll do it.
Yeah. I'll do it for
Do
free.
it on me. Do
I'll
it on
for
me.
free. Yeah.
You know what? I love this guy though, because
Hey,
He is frowning.
he's
Like he looks sad.
yeah, you know,
he's
it's
like,
a sad.
but he's like,
Yoda
what are the two things I love the most right now? Baby Yoda and White Claw.
and White Claw. Ain't no laws, and you got Baby Yoda and White Claw.
Yeah.
That is a.
And I guess you could
horrible
always
tattoo.
change what he's holding like later in life when you're like, all right, that White Claw phase is over, like Zima. Let's let me
Yeah,
let me
yo,
put
yo.
something. Let me put something else in there.
For some of us, the Zima era never ended,
Oh, it
Never
ended. It
does.
ended.
and it never will.
It ended.
When?
The Jolly Ranchers. Did you
No.
put Jolly Ranchers in?
No, because I'm a grown up. I've never put a Jolly Rancher in a Zima, and I never will. But a Zima on its own, the person who drinks a Zima and goes, "Know what it needs? More sugar."
Yeah.
That dude's an asshole. I can't fix that. But Zima, that's a tasty beverage. It's better than
Yeah.
a Baby Yoda with a White Claw. That dude sucks, man.
You're not getting any street cred with that.
Oh.
That dude's got a mom. That guy just like, what the hell?
I would assume he does.
Like, oh, he has to. I mean,
He probably lives with his mom still.
Mom probably paid for it.
yeah, mom,
Directly.
come on.
You know what I want for
have
Christmas?
this.
Low advance for that Baby Yoda White Claw
Baby Yoda White
tattoo.
Claw. Come on, it's gonna be great. He'll be holding it in his little
Yeah.
claws. It'll be so cute. Oh God! Everyone, you want me to move out of the house? Well, this will
Right,
get me
this-
chicks.
this-
Well,
By the way, he's 50, so it's not underage drinking.
and fact, that's a really good point. Baby Yoda's been drinking
that's
for
right,
20
yeah,
years.
yeah. Well,
Wow.
do all the galaxies have the same laws like the states? Of
Oh,
America?
To your dad's point,
yeah.
Yeah, we can't.
United
we can't.
Galaxy's my ass.
That's right.
What do you mean I can't drink till I'm 75 at this guy?
Dagobah, this is totally cool.
Was
Yeah.
that White Claw at 3 in the morning?
That's why Baby
Tisk,
Yoda
tisk.
keeps coming off the ship. He's like, "Where are we?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 49 in this galaxy." Well done, Baby Yoda. Oh God.
Yeah, what planet was he on?
Who?
In Jedi? When,
Dagobah was
Yeah.
Yoda's planet.
yeah, so
But we
that's
don't-
why he's there, right? Because 50's the cutoff.
Yeah.
It's like going to Mexico.
Met him in a swamp down in Dagobah
There it is. For the record,
where
we
they drink
don't-
White Claw.
For the
Tastes
record,
just like cherry cola.
he's not Baby Yoda, right?
What
Oh,
do you mean?
No, he can't be.
I mean, he can't be.
No, but it's just Baby Yoda's. What
Like
he-
if you
but-
look at the
but Baby Yoda's
timeline
what
of
he
Star
is.
Wars. Yeah, but there's a
no.
name of that species.
Oh yes.
And for some reason, that's just never been defined.
Nope.
Every other stupid character in that bar and every other scene in Star Wars has
Has
a
a
backstory
backstory,
and has
you know?
other
Yeah,
shit,
yeah, yeah.
except for Yoda.
Yeah.
They're like, oh no, he was just a one-off of a creature that nobody knows. And they're like,
He's
psych,
800
here's
some
a-
years
Until
old.
now.
yeah,
Right.
now there's a baby of whatever that creature is. Can we stop calling him Baby Yoda? I don't call every kid Baby Brendan. I just don't.
I
because
don't.
it's
I haven't
just
seen
not-
the show. Is it not Yoda as a baby? I thought it was literally Yoda as a baby.
It can't be Yoda.
No, it's just. I think it's just.
It's another one of-
that
Yeah,
species.
it can't because they have stormtroopers, and stormtroopers
Yeah.
were made in the Clone Wars, and Yoda was already an old man during the Clone
Yeah.
Wars, and that's where
Yeah.
they finally came. So it's like there's so many
So
reasons it
it's-
cannot.
what
be
do they
Baby
call
I'm
Yoda.
not
him
even
on the
sure
show?
when the Mandalorian is
Nothing.
supposed to. No, he's,
Oh,
just,
they
he's
don't-
just a kid, a baby. Like they don't even know what he is
Yeah, he's just a kid.
because they probably
but-
didn't even know who Yoda was. Whoever these.
Yeah,
whatever,
the Empire
wherever's
just
taking place
wants
now,
him
yeah.
dead. That's all we know. Empire wants
Interesting.
him dead, and he definitely has the Force because he raised some weird
Yep.
rhino thing. Spoiler
But
alert!
I
Go
saw-
back 10 minutes.
I saw a funny, like those traffic signs that just said like, "Hey, Baby Yoda can use the Force, but even he still wears a car seat." And it was like, all right,
Boom.
so it's
And
like,
that's right.
Wait.
They do strap him in.
yep, that's right because they did this strap in.
Yeah.
like he's
And he's annoying as shit.
He's so cute.
taking the shift
oh,
knob
come
off.
on, he's so cute.
He's a piece of crap. I can't stand him. Baby
Giving
Yoda's
Yoda a
sick.
bad name.
No doubt.
Yeah, that's right.
I think when it's all said and done, he's probably evil.
Oh, dark side.
He's the dark side version of that.
Dude, I'm about to walk out of this place right now. Are you kidding me right now?
Dude,
Baby Yoda's evil?
Dude, I saw Baby Yoda
Yeah.
the other day.
I don't live in a world.
Drinking fucking White Claws and shit. I'm like, what kind of white trash motherfucker
He
is
should be
this?
hipster,
Driving
hipster Yoda.
driving a car with
Yeah, he's
with
got
no
like
trim.
he's
and
got
no lights.
pucks in his ears. He's got a tattoo of a
Yeah.
redneck drinking a White Claw on his arm. A redneck drinking blue milk.
Yeah.
Blue-
He hates anything that's.
Only hardcore
Cool.
Star Wars nerds are like,
The blue milk.
this segment's the best.
blue milk. I just turned a guy on who's a big Star Wars nerd.
You could have left it at that.
And I could have. You're right. I should have. Big Star Wars guy.
Oh, you turn him on to the
What?
the show because you showed me something the other night.
Yeah,
That's
that show.
amazing.
Because he's like, oh, dude, I always love coming to Penny Lane for my birthday, and it was his birthday, and his wife were just having a drink, and they were like, Beatles are so blah blah blah, and then they were talking about. I think I walked in, they were having the Baby Yoda conversation, or whatever, and I was like, well, about that, Princess Leia's stolen Death Star plans, where the guy mashed up, the Sgt. Pepper album and A New Hope, the movie, and he's like, what are you talking about?
Dude,
and he
it's
downloaded
amazing.
like one thing and went, and I'm like, happy birthday. Like
It really is. It's so
there's
good.
a
Enjoy that.
mashup,
That's
like
an
with
entire,
the
you've got an entire weekend.
I
Wizard of
literally-
Oz.
Yeah, but they took
No, it's more. It's
they took the entire Sgt. Pepper album.
Yeah.
They changed the words, but I mean, it is the song.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how to describe it better than to say that
Yeah.
the songs are spot on musically, but the words have been
but
changed.
they changed the words.
and it shows Star
to-
Wars New
yeah.
Hope to the entire Sgt. Pepper
to
album.
follow, like along with the movie. So basically, like the Sgt. Pepper album is now narrating the entire New Hope.
Some people have too
movie.
much time.
Oh my god, it's amazing.
It took these
I mean,
guys
how
like
much
2
time this
years.
is like? It had to have.
And it's
And the production
amazing.
value is fantastic.
It's really good.
I mean, it's really
it was good enough that I
like
went and told my dad about it.
The
I was like,
band
Dad,
was
you
solid.
gotta see
It
this.
was
Wow.
good. Yeah, it was. Yeah. It's truly one of those like, why did they do this? And how
I'm gonna
could
leave.
you have this much
I'm gonna
time?
leave everybody on a note because I know we're about to wrap up here. But if you're looking for a Christmas song right now, there is a mashup right now of Marilyn Manson, "Beautiful People," and Mariah Carey, "All I Want for Christmas." These two things go exceptionally well together, and it's got all of the hate of Marilyn Manson, "Beautiful People."
Yep.
And it's got all of the beauty of this Mariah Carey, "All I Want for Christmas" playing in the background, but it's still.
Did you know that came out in '94? The Mariah Carey song. When I just heard that, like that just seemed like it couldn't have been that long.
I guess it could have though,
Obviously, it
because she
obviously
could
did.
sing then.
Yeah.
So.
But I just heard the Radiohead "Creep" mashup with Mariah Carey just yesterday.
Oh, so this is good.
So I think there's
all right, so
there's a few of these going on now.
All right, so then the
So I haven't
challenge
heard-
is
yes, I
I need
haven't
to
heard
watch.
yours, yes.
I need to watch the "Creep" mashup with Mariah Carey's "All I Want for Christmas," and then you need to see the Marilyn Manson
That sounds like it would be
"Beautiful
better.
People"
Yeah.
mixed with it,
And the goth kids dancing underneath
but
the
the goth
overpass.
kids are
Oh,
just
dude,
fun.
that is
That's all I
that
want
is
for
great.
Christmas. is
So
you.
it's these are the 3 videos you
Yeah.
should be watching, I guess. These are all of our favorite.
We should put 'em on our Facebook
Mariah
page.
Carey mashups because tis the season
Yes.
that this song gets just played everywhere ad nauseum.
It's a good song.
Sure, I'm not saying
And
it's
thank
not
God
a
it's
good
only for a
song,
month, though.
but it's been playing since '94,
Yes.
so it's been here for a while, and these mashups are fantastic. What they're doing with these, that's all I'm saying.
Yes.
They've done a very good job of just mashing it in a positive
Yeah,
manner.
it is done well.
You know, they mash it until viscous ropes
Until
fire
viscous
out.
ropes- and then you can't mash it no more.
And then,
It's done.
then after a while, the mashing is complete.
And everybody's done mashing and they're in their refractory period.
And then that's Christmas morning.
Thanks a lot, boys. Appreciate it.
Terrence,
Love
man,
being
thank
here.
you so much for coming out. If anybody is coming down to Richmond, coming up to Richmond, wherever it is you're coming from, you find yourself in
Yeah,
town,
during the holidays.
please do stop by Penny Lane Pub. It's always a good time, and they will treat you right, which can't always be said of all bars. So thank you so much for joining us tonight.
My pleasure, my man.
Everybody who listens, as always, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please do pass us along to a friend. Alexis, shout out 5 Cincinnati swaps in one night.
Wow.
That's a new record. Very excited about that. She knows what she's doing. I respect that woman to no end. So sign up some other people, subscribe them to the show, get them listening. And if you haven't had a chance to Venmo us some money, we are sending out the first year greatest hits to anybody who Venmos us. Troy, what's the Venmo?
Inside the Pallet House.
Inside the Pallet House at Venmo. And you can always find us on our Facebook page or Instagram and Twitter at ITPH Podcast. Or you can always reach out to us on the Gmail account with your topics, which is Inside the Pallet House at Gmail.
You guys are waiting for Stu. It's
Yeah.
like, it's not me. I don't know.
Yeah. Inside the Pallet House
Does Stu have a sign-off?
gmail.com. Thank you guys so much for listening. We'll be talking to you next week. Cheers.
Cheers. That was a pretty good podcast, don't you think?